Central. Man, that looks great.
Jets! Oh my God, it's so beautiful. 78 degrees, Jets football, and we're winning. That's what's going on today. That's why everybody's so psyched. This isn't no happenstance. This is a guarantee, just like Joe Namath said. See that?
There are few things in life you cannot put a price on. Loyalty, tradition, fierce passion. Today is a gigantic family reunion because finally, they're back.
Well, hello, everybody. Look at us, Jeremy, the 2-0 New York Jets battling the 2-0 New York Giants in what will amount to one of the greatest historic matches of the ages. Are you ready for this, Jeremy?
I am ready. I want to see our first stringers kick butt.
Yeah. Now, look, we have an exciting day, right? This is our first real 1 o'clock game. The games have been smattered all over the place. We had a Monday night last week. This is good. It's getting us used to kind of setting aside our Sunday. What do you do beforehand? Maybe you mow the lawn. Maybe you finish the dishes, the laundry, whatever it is that you do. And then you nestle in and watch Sunday football. This is the first real Sunday from my perspective of 2022, and I couldn't be more excited. I'm ready for our starters too. Now, let me ask you a question, and then we'll say hello to all you fine fellas in the chat. Jeremy, if you had a gun to your head, is Joe Flacco going to lead our starting offense to a touchdown through the air or not?
Through the air? Ooh.
Yeah, is he going to throw for a touchdown?
In the first drive?
While he's on the field. I think he'll maybe get like a quarter.
Yes, Joe Flacco is going to throw a touchdown pass today.
Wow. You heard it here first, everybody. Joe Flacco is going to lead this ragtag bunch of rooks and hopefuls to the end zone. I hope it's the case. I think so too. I think Joe Flacco is the perfect backup for us right now. That's what I think. You know, we have all these young guys. There's an erratic kind of air, like very hopeful, very energetic, but there's like an erratic aspect, especially with Zach Wilson in there, you know? And to have Joe Flacco come in and just kind of keep it cool, use the weapons that are available nice and intelligently, no crazy happy feet or anything like that. I think it's good for Zach to kind of see this again going into the season, and especially with week 1 being against his former team. This is his first chance to be able to get them back. I think it's fantastic. I think Joe Flacco is going to utilize this game as the real warm-up, and we're going to see what we're in for. Joe Flacco is going to look like money in the bank, Jeremy. That's what I think. 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns. That's what I think. Let's say hello to the guys in the chat. Finnegan was here first. He's waiting. I'm sorry, Jacob. I didn't mean to keep you waiting. Fozzie Bear from way over there in Europe. What's up, Fozzie Bear? Good to see you, buddy. I'm glad you're here. I hope you're still here. He was here about a half hour early. Yanak Muniz. Did I say that right? Yank Muniz. Or is it Yanc? I don't know. Well, hello, buddy. It's good to see you. Robert S. is here. Hawk saying some stuff. He said, hey, the starters better show out today. Everyone else's starters are out there looking good. We need to make it look easy on this Giants team, or I'm going to be worried. I actually feel similarly. Like, look, we're not putting a whole bunch of stock into the results of this game and all that jazz, but I think Hawk makes a really good point. It's time for the starters to show, like, hey, we can drive the ball, we can move it, and hey, on the other hand, Maybe we don't see teams disrespecting us on 4th down. And if they do, we stuff them. That shit has to stop. This 4-down offense, no punting against the New York Jets. So it's time for us to show that. Gerald Stan is here. He's a Lions fan. He likes the Jets. Gerald, I'm just going to point out that I don't know what you're doing, dude. If you're going to be a Lions fan, be also a Chiefs fan, a Patriot. Get some winning in there. You doubled up. You doubled down on terrible franchises. Gerald, I'm truly wishing you well, my friend. Truly, because you're not setting yourself up for much happiness there. But glad to have you here. David Goodstein is here. Harry, good day for a football game. Indeed it is.
Yeah.
Indeed it is. And we are going to be 3-0. Now, what will that mean, Jeremy? What will it mean going into the season? 3-0.
It will mean nothing, but unless the starters play well. If you ask me, what do you care about most? Outplaying them in the first quarter and dominating them and then losing the game, or getting crushed in the first quarter like we did against the Eagles and win the game? I would take the former.
Absolutely, 100%. And that's the thing, like, of course it's nice to see your depth play well. It's nice to see guys kind of rise from the muck and start to have impacts, and maybe you can actually use some of these late round picks or what have you. It's nice, it's good, and it's a positive. But this feel good stuff that's going on, game balls and everybody's cheering when we looked like complete ass for the first quarter or the first half when our starters were out there, that's concerning. And you hit the nail on the head. I would much rather, like in the Eagles game, I'd much rather our starting quarterback come out and go 6 for 6 for 80 yards and a touchdown and lose than what we saw. You know what I mean? I would much rather. Black Velvet is here. I'm ready, Black Velvet. It's good to see you. John Hepburn, hey, fellers. Right back at you, man. I like saying fellers. Mark Riz is here. Bean, you feel? I am. I'm not 100%. I'm still I'm not well these days, Mark, but we can talk about that in the Discord. I'll dump all my baloney on you in the Beanbagger Discord. That's what we'll do. But short answer is, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I'd like to see our Jets play well today. That's what it's going to be contingent upon. Yeah, can we I got dogs here. Can you hear the dogs?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll fix the dogs. Eminon driving through the desert. Can't say hi, but I'm listening. Well, Eminon, you be safe out there. Bring plenty of water. If you could check back in and let us know which desert and where you're heading, I'd love to be able to relate to it. I've traveled through many deserts, and I miss it, quite frankly. New York Sports MC's back. What's up, buddy? It's good to see you. Marshall's here. Let's see. Ant Jets. Yeah, man. Billy SBC. That's right. The Green Dogs. I'm with you, bud. I really am. Ryan Jett is here. Knobcraft. All the guys are pouring in. This is great. I sincerely love hanging out with you guys, especially on a Sunday afternoon. What I'm really hoping, we've been hanging out for years now on Sundays. What I'm really hoping is that half of our Sundays can actually be good Sundays, Jeremy. Is that too much to ask, you think?
I don't think we're asking too much, considering what we've dealt with and, what we've survived and what we've had to do for the past 10, 11 years. I don't think it's asking so much that we're competitive and getting wins sometimes.
And this is the thing, too. Like, when you have all these situations happening, like, let's just use the Denzel Mims thing for an example. It's not that, if a player's not contributing, no matter how much you like them, it doesn't matter. If, you don't have to think with your heart and all that jazz. But if the team is not competing and you're losing good players, whether that be on the defense, the offense, wide receiver, quarter, it doesn't matter. If we're letting guys go that you think could contribute for guys that aren't able to compete, that's where my concern comes in. I think this is an absolutely monumental year as far as what we're going to actually learn about this staff, man. I think this is it. And it's not about making the playoffs. It's not about that. It's about knowing what we have with this staff. Are they going to be stubborn? Are they going to hold on to the one defensive scheme that they know? no matter if it's working or not? Are they going to try to force feed things? Are they going to keep guys out there that are not doing well and take young guys out that you think could play through things? Like, for example, we talk about, Denzel Mims drops. I mean, Corey Davis had more drops than Denzel Mims last year, So, I mean, granted, when you look at percentages and all that stuff, and I get it, the point is not to hang on Denzel Mims too much, but it's just the most recent example. I'm hoping that this organization knows what they're doing, in which players they like or don't like, and we actually get to see it on the field. It's not too much. Hey, Jeremy, are you seeing the sex bots?
Someone's getting them because I don't know on my phone. I don't know if I'm in. Is this?
Yeah.
Are you running this on both your sites?
Yeah, I'm running it on Jet. This is on Jetnation and Greenbean. So we're trying to get these stopped. I just went and made it so only subscribers can comment. So bear with us. We'll take care of it. I always forget to do this. Look at this guy. Look at all these guys.
Yeah, Sports MC got the first round. So.
Nice. For Sports MC. So I will remind you, that's a great point. As we trickle into game time here, why is it's 101 and this thing's not letting me watch it? What's going on here? I will remind you that we are out here for Jetnation, the NFL's largest fan forum. The NFL's largest. Guys, if you don't get enough Jets talk, if you're looking for more and you're thinking that where you've been hanging out, maybe Twitter, it's just kind of dry and you're tired of it, Jet Nation has more than you could possibly realize, whether that's news, whether it's predictions, mock drafts, conversations. It's all Jets all the time, and it's the best place out there. I lived there, for no exaggeration, for 10 years before I even started making videos for them and everything. Jet Nation is the best. And you guys don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Jet Nation's YouTube. It is greatly appreciated. So yeah, I think I'm able to figure that out. Let me just make sure here. Okay, there's that one. I'll go to Jet Nations and do that right now. So Jeremy, give me a prediction. What do you think is going to happen today?
First, somebody was talking about Mims. I think if they really are shopping him, they should feature him today.
Yes,
if they're smart, raise the stock value of his player, and and let him have an opportunity to do something spectacular. My prediction is that we are going to outplay them in the first quarter and a half, and I believe in our depth. I think that our second, our third, our fourth guys, for the first time in a long time, we're so deep. That's why it's so hard to make decisions, for who's going to get cut for the 53. I have faith that these kids are just going to keep winning.
Yeah. And that's, look, that is a positive, right? Like we talked about earlier, guys, it's a bummer when you watch your starters go out there and get shellacked. And then the third, fourth quarter, we have this exciting comeback with, in large part, many people that won't even be there. But it is a positive still. It's nice to see that the depth pieces that we're bringing in just might be able to contribute. It is a positive. But at some point, our front line has to do a good job and actually be able to compete on an NFL level. Jeremy, do you have the game? Is it on for you?
It is on for me. It hasn't started yet. I'm watching Daniel Jones warm up, and they were showing Zach talking to Coach Middleton. They were having a nice conversation on the bench. Zach is in shorts. He didn't have any like visible scars or anything like that.
Well, look, let's get a prediction. So I see a couple guys in there. We're talking about Mims. I'm one who believes that Mims isn't even getting traded. That's what I think. I think it's all much to do about nothing. I think just because a guy put a blurb out there requesting a trade doesn't mean the Jets have to do anything. But where do we think he's going? What do you guys think? If you think he's going to get traded at all, where do you see it? George Bazala says Dallas. What do you think? Dallas. I saw some Chicago. Chicago would be a good one.
Yeah.
What are you guys thinking? Phil Adams in the house. What's up?
Maybe the Giants.
The Giants. Speaking of the Giants, Kevin Vafadus thinks the game is going to go 43-1. To 1.
Is that possible?
I like that. Hey, Dylan Terraman from Jetnotion's own Jet Nation Radio. What's up, Dylan? Dylan's actually going to be hanging out with us this week on the Thursday Thick of It. I'm just so happy to finally get you on, Dylan. And he says Dallas, Chicago, or Atlanta. Pretty good. And it all depends on what we're going to get, right? I don't want a 5th round pick. If it's a 5th round pick, I'm keeping him. I'm not doing it. Lights says Baltimore. Interesting. Oh my God. Could you imagine trading him to Baltimore and they just feature him and he goes for, 160?
He'd be that best receiver, I think.
It's true. It's true. Kevin wants to know why the stadium is empty. Well, that's because they have a increasingly difficult security system getting in there. Like when you walk up to the stadium, there's like 1,000 people standing at the gate and a mob trying to get in. That's what it looks like. So follower of Christ, we know as FOC, says, I'm predicting that we stop the screen today. That's very interesting. Hepburn says Chicago. I like that. Harry says the Panthers. Now, that would be an interesting one. Here's what I think, though, Harry. I think that Matt Rule and whatever feelings he has about former players, I think that they've removed his ability to make those decisions. I really do. I mean, look at the Sam Darnold trade. That blew up on them in epic proportions. I don't think they're going back to the well, with the New York Jets. I just don't think it. Now, what would we get? That's the interesting thing. Yeah, Owen says Jets need to use this as a wake-up call and start to give Mims real opportunity. I agree. Like, that's the thing. When we have other players out there and they make a drop or they make a penalty, like, they don't take them out. With him, and that adds that adds stress and emphasis on the one play that you get. It's like you're antsy, you're trying to do the right thing and all that. It doesn't help. Hank says Green Bay. They could use him too. They really could. Scott Wilson says Mims to KC. Yeah. See, that's the thing. I honestly believe, and while I won't be rooting for it to happen, you guys know me, it'll only take about a week for me to dislike Mims, just like every other non-Jet. But I think that if he goes to a place with a relatively prolific offense, somebody like the Kansas City Chiefs, I think that they will know how to use him and he'll have a great career. That's what I think. And then we get to have that discussion. Isn't that fun? So sick of that discussion.
So sick
yeah, right, aren't you? It's like, I'm so sick of it. I just want players. I want to draft players and have them play for us and have them play well. I don't think we're asking for too much, Jeremy. So let me know when this game starts because I'm having trouble over here. It's going to take a minute, I think.
Okay.
Dylan, yeah, we're excited too, Dylan. Did it start yet? Or are you still watching?
No, I'm still watching. What did they show you? Like, is it like the last time where they keep showing the same thing over and over again?
Oh, they're doing that. Are you watching it on NFL? Whatever
No,
the hell.
I'm watching it on the NFL Network. So I'm watching Steve Mariucci and Warner, and now they're interviewing Saleh.
Wow. So Ashton also thinks, or Aston, forgive me, sorry. He says Carolina as well.
The guys are on the field warming up and stuff, getting ready.
All right, so Vafadu's coming back, just making sure we understand. He says 1 point is possible if you get a safety on a 2-point conversion. Wonderful news. I didn't even know that, Kevin. I really didn't. That's fantastic.
They're setting the ball up for kickoff. The Jets have the ball first.
Oh, there we go. We're going to drive right down. Joe Flacco time. I love rooting for old, aged quarterbacks.
Tell me when you could see the game so I could pause it or, we can get on the same page.
Yeah. No sweat until then.
Yeah.
What's happening with this? What's going on? Yeah. I got to say, let me just say this to you, my friends. I'm really sick of the NFL and having 100 different channels we have to get. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sick of it. Can we just watch damn football on one channel, please?
It's amazing.
It's NFL Plus for this game. Oh, sorry, we're not showing it on this game. This is NFL.
Then it says to go to NFL. And you got to sign with your TV provider.
They might not be showing it because it's on the network. Okay, Flacco's under center, 1st and 10. We're at the 25.
Right. There you go. Tell me about it. Talk about it, Jeremy.
Okay. He hands the ball off. Looks like
shit.
Michael Carter for like a yard or two.
I'm literally watching the Saleh interview. That's how far back I am.
Well, at least I could pause it and wait for you. So I'm going to wait for you right before they snap it for the second play. I'll tell you.
Gerald is saying NFL Network. Where we got it? Is it CBS? NFL Network.
I guess they waited till it actually started before they gave us access.
All right, I'll tell you where I am. I'm about to watch the kickoff. So Billy says Carter for 2, as does Marshall. Everybody's psyched. Yeah, it's all right, Bradigan. I'm with you, Bradigan.
Corey Davis for the first down.
Oh, yeah, Joe Flacco's talking a lot about Corey Davis this week. Lake and Pancake. I can't wait to watch the Lake and Pancakes. All right, I'm watching a kickoff right now. Here they go. The ball's in the air. That's me.
Okay, I'm hitting pause right before they snap the ball. Okay.
All right.
I'm on pause.
VR Hidalgo, see you, buddy. So, guys, we're psyched. We're psyched. Light says that was a nice play. Owen says first down. I can't wait to watch it in an hour.
Yeah, Davis got the yards after catch to fight for the first. He had to struggle for it.
Yeah, he's got to be careful with that because he's fumbled in those situations last year. Hopefully that doesn't happen. I'd love to see Corey Davis completely shake that aspect of his game. Oh, that was a bad run by Michael Carter, though. Now that I'm just talking, I'm able to look backwards. Right? He did a weird stutter step. Ooh.
Tell me when you get to 13:56.
Okay. All right. Cut Lakin? Who wants to cut Lakin? What was that offsides on Lakin? See that? He does a pancake and then an offside. Should we pull him? Should we pull him? Okay, I just watched the Corey Davis first down.
13:57, tell me.
Okay, I'm at 14-14.
Wow.
It was a nice route by Corey Davis, though. That was nice. Good read. Barrios coming up. All right, I'm right here. We go. 13:57. Boom. That's where we are.
All right, great.
All right, so we're a little bit behind you. Cut Lake and Tomlinson. I'm with you. That was terrible. But isn't it a funny thing? Now, hypothetically, that's Denzel Mims. They pull him.
Yeah. Right. Right. If it's Denzel Mims, everybody's cut him. He's the worst. He's horrible.
Yep. Now, in fairness, Lake and Tomlinson has a whole career, Pro Bowl and all that stuff. We get it. But still, point remains.
People make mistakes.
Indeed, they do, Jeremy. Indeed, they do. Nice little skiddly-doo by Michael Carter. He only got 3 on that one.
Yeah. I want to see some better run blocking.
Finkelstein, who was it so I can watch? Because I'm a little bit behind you guys. Look at this little shake and bake by Michael Carter. That was a good move.
Yeah.
He's talking about a different play. They're like I think 2 plays ahead of us
2 or
today.
3, man. So we don't even look.
What's that?
Don't look until look further up in the chat. Don't look on the bottom.
Yeah, that's all right. Oh, that was a hold. That was a hold by Breece Hall. Barrios first down. Yeah, that was right. Breece Hall got away with a hold there on the Barrios catch.
At least we got away with it. I don't know. That wasn't that bad.
Rob, I'd like to see the running game get going with the design of the play, not just the shake and bake of our running backs. You know what I mean? Like the holes closed up and Michael Carter makes something out of it. I'd love to see the play work. You know what I mean? Like the actual blocking work. All right, here we go. Flacco's back to pass. Elijah Moore.
Nice.
Oh, look
at Elijah.
Yeah. He said, you know what? I've had it. I'm going to stick my helmet in your face, and I'm going to win.
He's locked in this year. He's locked in. Look at that. Nice little cut.
So from contact, 1, 2, 3, 5 yards after contact, dude.
Wow.
Little tiny Elijah Moore, 5 yards after contact.
Barrios is in again. We're going to be using a lot of Barrios. Watch.
Yeah, I think so. I've been trying to tell everybody, I think the staff sees him as more of a 3. Wow, Breece Hall, man. He hasn't been able to get anything going.
That wasn't pretty.
No. Well, who's playing left tackle? Is it Fant? I didn't even check. You got Tomlinson at left guard. Who's playing tackle, guys? Is it Edoga?
Yeah,
Is it
I hate that they don't show who's in. It's so annoying. You don't hear my TV, do you? You don't hear it?
No. I'm not hearing it.
Okay, good.
3 rush, 3 pass, 31 yards, 333. Interesting. Is that Dwayne Brown? Is he getting his first?
That was a beautiful run by Brees Hall.
That was good. That was all Brees. So 71 is Dwayne Brown, guys. We're getting our first look here.
Yeah.
This is good. You know, and with that said, I fully expect a little rust, a little stiffness. Fant's out there too at right tackle.
I see Fant. That looked like a good play for our run blockers. We were pushing the right direction.
Yeah. Look at Flacco. He's so easy breezy cover girl. That's pass interference. I thought it was early. Well, you know, I don't want to start crying this early.
Yeah.
Looked like he was there early to me.
Looked a little bit.
Yep. Well, there's some ugly shit happening in the chat. I thank you. I thank you all for the ugliness coming. We're still watching it. You know, it would be real nice to get some points, you know? It's a shame, too, because Brian Dable, out of the group we interviewed, I was like kind of leaning that way, you know?
Yeah.
He's going to be a good head coach. Yeah, Uzoma looks really slow and lumbering on that play, didn't he?
Uzoma?
Yeah, this is one of the things I had an issue with last year. Like, I'm a fan of like, let's start with people in their in their regular old positions. Like, why do we have tight ends split out wide? We haven't even done anything with this offense yet.
Yeah.
I remember that last year going like, why? Why is Ryan Griffin wide?
Yeah.
And you got Elijah Moore as an H-back. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was terrible.
He fumbled.
No, he didn't have fumble issues, Michael Carter. At least not that I can remember. He was pretty solid.
That's annoying, especially because it was a good play. It was a first down.
Yeah. Let's make sure. Yep.
But he was trying to stay up.
Yeah, and he had it too. He had that first down. That's a bummer. It really is. Now we get right, Chris Donardo. Welcome, buddy. Good to see you. He says, finally, we get to see Carl Lawson.
Yep.
Amazing. Now, what do we want from him when it all boils down? I want him to leave this game in the same shape he arrived. That's it. If he gets a little sackaroon, that's great too. Now, is he going to go against Evan Neal? Evan Neal's playing left tackle, so yeah, I think so. That'd be nice. Let's see him beat Evan Neal a little bit. That'd be nice.
I feel like our offense was, without that fumble, we were building a nice drive.
Right. It's a little sloppy, right? Like, it wasn't perfect, but it was fine. You know, those kinds of drives, I'm fine with it. You know, letting these guys get flowing together in a game situation. We got Flacco out there as the quarterback, obviously, instead of Zach Wilson. I think it was a good drive. It would have been really nice to come out of there with a touchdown or even a field goal, fumbling it. What was that, on the 30-yard line? That's a bummer.
Field goal range. And it would have been a first down. So,
yeah, right. And who knows anything can happen after a first down. Mo Dean checking in. What's up, Mo? He says, I'm delayed against the stream, but not bad by the Jets. They moved the ball against the Giants' second stringers, but the results against second stringers should have been better. Yeah. Well, you know, it's a fumble is not what you want to see. No, you can't sugarcoat a fumble, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can't do it. Got to hold on to the ball.
Yep.
Right, Owen? No. Yeah, Owen, I'm with you. Right. It was good. And like, this is the thing. If we can do this and just build upon this next drive, we come out, we move the ball again. It's all about we want this group of players to start getting their juice going. That's all we want. We want them to start to click a little bit together, get comfortable with one another. And if we can do that, that's going to be the most positive outcome to this game heading into week 1 against the Baltimore Ravens. Ooh, Mr. Terrible checking in. What's up? Classic Jets drive right there. Yeah. Mr. Terrible, I almost feel like you're kicking us while we're down, but you're kicking yourself while you're doing this. Why? It is, though. It's like, and that's what we're hoping to shake, right? Like Mr. Terrible says, it's a classic Jets drive.
If these are our starters, how come Eccles was just in the game on the first play?
Okay.
Just asking.
Maybe he's starting. Don't forget, DJ Reed has had a little bit of something with the hamstrings and everything. Now, maybe they're giving him that spot over Bryce Hall because of last week. I don't know. I see Sauce. I don't see Bryce Hall. I see Michael Carter II.
Did you see Lawson pushing the guy backwards?
No. Look at that. Wow. Carl Lawson. Mr. Terrible, what do you think of Carl Lawson? So Aaron is saying DJ Reed and Hall are out with injury. Thank you.
Are you behind me again? What are you seeing right now?
Defensive players to watch. Quan Alexander, Carl Lawson. You see it?
Oh, who got him?
You're ahead of me again. I don't know how that happened.
I got to pause it.
How weird is that? Like, what are you moving? Is your game moving faster on your TV?
I have no idea. I don't know what's going on.
I'm watching 3rd and 8 right now. Wow. Look at this. Yeah!
They crushed him, dude.
Michael Carter. And who was that? Who else?
I think Quinnen Williams.
I'll take a little Quinnen Michael Carter action. There you go.
Okay, tell me when you get to 9:14.
I'll take it.
Oh,
That was a bull rush, bro.
You got 9:14 yet?
No, I can't. They're not showing me the time. I'm at 9:17, 9:16, 9:15, 9:14.
Okay, we're good.
Go. Nice. Thank you.
How is it that I got back ahead of you? It's like you're getting slower.
Right. Like it actually shows that like somehow your game is moving faster. Maybe that's why Uzoma looked so slow.
All right. Here we
My
go.
TV is slower. Come on, Barrios.
What do you got, Barrios?
Oh, he juked that guy. Oh, there it is. I see it. Legal block. Yep, there's the flag. Come on with these guys. Who was it? I can't wait to hear the number. I'm gonna destroy them all week.
How good did our defensive line look, though? Huh?
Defensive line looks good. Who is the block in the back? Who'd they say?
I don't know yet. I'm watching with you.
Oh, they're talking about it. I think it was Jason Pinnock. So look at this. You have one Jets forever. What's up, by the way, buddy? He says, let me see. Hold on. 52. That's Jermaine Johnson. Jets forever comes in and says, Quinnen is better than Aaron Donald. Love that, right? Yeah. And right on the heels of that, Barrios is trash. He's a pendulum. There's no settling in the middle.
I don't know what Barrios did his job on that return, don't you think?
Yeah. Right. And he lost the first guy that was 100% him. He literally broke the guy's ankles. Yeah, illegal block from Jermaine Johnson. But think about this, guys. We were driving the ball. Our defense came out because of a fumble, right? Mistake. We stopped them right away, and now we got the ball again.
And do you know why we're able to blitz Michael Carter II? And do you know why we're going to see more guys coming and blitzing? Because now we have cornerbacks that they can trust.
Yeah. And DJ Reed has been kind of banged up all through, the training camp and preseason. Nothing crazy serious, but I don't like it. I'd really like to see us show up to week 1 with as many players that we intended on being starters actually being there.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, they're saying, from what I could tell, they're not talking like Reed's going to miss any time as far as the opener.
Yeah, it's one of those things, Jeremy, where they say if this was an actual game, he'd play. You know what I mean? And be injured for 6 weeks because he hurt himself.
And he has a long time to get ready.
Yeah. So, guys, we are here watching the New York Jets, the 2-0 New York Jets versus the 2-0 New York Giants for Jet Nation and Greenbeanjetsfan, as well as our special little co-host, Egghead himself, Jets Chaos. And we're having a good time. Please don't forget to like the stream. And also, if you haven't subscribed to any one of the channels, please do. It helps a great deal and it's appreciated. And we're going to be doing this all season for you guys, every single week. And we'll have special guests and all that. I elected to leave everybody alone for the preseason. I'm like, I feel so guilty bothering everybody. But my studio's almost done. Couple weeks, hopefully by opening day, it'll be done. I'm down to I just have to sand one more layer of spackle and I'll do the paint. And then we're putting the floor in and then we're good. And we're hanging. Kind of a lot. All right, Flacky, let's go. Oh, look at this. Yeah. All right. Conklin in the house. Jets Forever. Where are you?
I love it.
Now, Jets Forever, let me ask you. You say Conklin is trash. I get it. You've been consistent. Are you happy with that or are you upset? I'm curious. Please answer my question. 3 and out, huh? That sucks. I wish I didn't know.
What's 3 and out? Ooh, deep pass.
Oh, he's going for Garrett Wilson there. That was a bad pass.
Yeah.
That's all right. We want to see him do that. You want to see Joe Flacco take those shots now. Get in rhythm. Do whatever you got to do, man. If you're a little off in this game, fine. It's fine. I'm with it. Flacco doesn't have the feel, Derp, he said. Derp. All right, let me watch this play. Flacco, 2nd and 10. Hands it off.
Ooh.
Ooh, a little Michael Carter popping through the hole there.
All right.
That's what we call that. It's hard to do.
That was only 3.5 that took up.
Yeah, and I think that this is a good point, Billy. I mean, the thing is, when you have a quarterback that you know will take the strikes and can hit the strikes, the defense has to honor that. With our quarterbacks over the years, they've put zero faith in the court. Like, they've made it so we're going to make your quarterback beat us. And we haven't been able to capitalize on that. And with Joe Flacco, at least there's that. Look at this, okay? Oh!
What was that?
Damn, that was close.
If he actually hit it.
That's all right. Still catch it. He's still trash. So that doesn't answer my question. Then are you happy when it happens?
Do you root for him?
Do you root for him?
It just makes no sense. Like, why is he trash? He's our best tight end. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I mean, the interesting thing is he's like in Ruckert. He'd like to see Ruckert in there, Ruckert and Yabo. And I get that. I actually can appreciate that take. But right. Conklin's only in this might be his 4th or 5th year.
Yeah.
Damn.
A little too much.
A little too much, Braden, man. Yes, he's rooting for him. There you go. But Ruck is our best tight end. And look, and I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that. One of the things I'm really rooting for the Jets to be is a team that does draft, let's say 75% of the roster is our guys. I like that. I prefer that. Now, does it really matter at the end of the day if you collect a bunch of players and we go in deep into the playoffs? No. But I would rather see us having our own development, our development program, our own draft picks, making it all the way to the undrafted free agents, guys that we select. We actually know how to develop them. That's what I want to see. So in this instance, A guy like rooting for a 3rd-round pick, Ruckert to get the starting nod. I can appreciate that. I can. That said, Conklin, he's young, man. He's young, and if he stays here for the next 8 years, he's ours. Hall of Famer. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. You hear me? That's how it rolls. See, that was me with my defense down. That's how I really think, guys. I'm like, hey, he's going to go to the Hall of Fame. I'm like, oh shit, I said that out loud. I don't want you guys to know. All right, so they're watching the game. Yeah, hopefully I don't have to deal with this app too much. I got to figure something else out this year. I can't do a whole other season.
You need to get DirecTV.
I don't want to get DirecTV.
If you get DirecTV, you're going to be ahead of me. That sucks.
No, I was behind on DirecTV too, though. We had
Really?
DirecTV the first year. No, the first year, remember, at our house. Yeah, because I'm using the NFL app. You know what I mean? Like through a streaming service. We're using the DirecTV app.
Right.
For NFL, but not the straight signal.
Right.
How much do they charge for that these days?
We've gotten the NFL package for our DirecTV. For some reason, we got it free again this year. So it's the 2nd year in a row. Like anytime your contract is up and you can like go with another service, they tempt you with another year free. But because my wife is back in school, it's $99 if we had to pay.
$99 for the whole year or per month?
Student price, yep.
Is that a month?
No, for the year, for the season, every game.
You have to pay for anything additional, like the rest of the cable package or anything?
No, I mean, we have to have DirecTV and have some kind of package.
Yeah, okay, there it is.
But you could have the basic package and then just order the NFL. But if you have a student email, you're good.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Ooh. Someone missed the tackle.
Yeah. Oh, come on, CJ Mo. They didn't know where he was.
Ooh,
Now, who's their backup quarterback? Who is that?
Tyrod
Taylor, right. Oh, wow. I didn't even.
Nice play.
He was there. So Carl Lawson had it. CJ Mosley had it. All right.
2nd and 12. That was a good play.
There you go. Who was that? Yeah, it was good. Are you ahead of me again?
Again? I'm at
How is that happening?
607, 606.
Yeah, I'm 619. Like it's like I'm almost like it's like I'm watching the game at a slower rate.
Tell me when you're at 602 and the flag goes up.
Yeah, but the game, you know what I mean? Like I don't understand.
What are you seeing now?
It's 602 holding or false start.
Okay. I still might be ahead of you a little. They showing the LPGA Tour golf?
Yeah, Tour LPGA.
Yeah,
that's what I'm seeing.
Okay, now we're gonna see the snap right now.
I'll tell you, snap is right now.
Oh wow, I gotta let you catch up even more.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Am I like? Let me try to fast forward here. I'm probably gonna ruin it.
No, don't do anything. Don't worry. I'm.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
I'm at 538 right now. 37, 36.
You see, Jet King. I know it slipped out. Jet King, Mo Lewis. I see 57. I did it with Bart Scott too. I'm like, look at Mo Lewis. It's like it's just in my head. Yes.
Here we go.
No. Can make me one for later.
Are you seeing the snap?
Yeah, snap.
Okay, here we go.
Look at that holding. Holy cow, man. Dude. Oh, look at
reception.
Yeah, let him hold. Let him hold. Dude, that holding was egregious. Egregious. That's what you get.
Who was that?
There you go. Right. This is a defense. Oh, that was good too.
Carter the
Look
second.
at that. See that too? You see CJ Mosley come in? The guy that was going to tackle him, he crushed him.
Yep.
That was fantastic. I agree, Marshall. The Jets D is playing a little bit better. That's what we need. Yeah, but I don't have slow internet. That's the thing. I don't. I have excellent top speed.
No, this is them.
Well, let's see, Billy. You know what? This is the whole thing, right? And it really does boil down to this. We have to see what the influx of talent to end year 2 does to this defense in particular. Because again, Robert Saleh is in a very unique position. He has had 5 first-round picks in his first 2 years as a head coach, and his second-round picks, Elijah Moore and Breece Hall, are first-round picks. So you could say he has 7 first-round picks in his first 2 years. If you can't do anything with that, then we got problems. We got problems. Right. I'm with you, FOC.
Meanwhile, that was a 5th-round pick who made that interception.
That's right. Michael Carter II, which I got to say, out of the cornerbacks that we drafted Jason Pinnock, we drafted Brandon Eccles, Michael Carter, and then obviously the safeties turned linebacker, Jamian Sherwood and Hamza Nasruddin. I like Nasruddin too, but I got to say Michael Carter was the one that I liked the best. And he really is something, man. I mean, he had a fantastic rookie year.
Yeah, no, he was a top 10 slot corner in his rookie year. That shows me the potential to be top 3.
Yeah.
Forward, so,
hey, Aunt Gina, congratulations! Aunt Gina just became a grandmother for the 19th time, Gene.
And
Was
you
it third?
And you wanted an introduction with me.
Yeah. Aunt Gina just had her 3rd grandkid. She didn't even barely need to do anything. She just hung around and it happened. Look at this. There's some Breece Hall action.
Oh, you're ahead of me now.
Oh, I'm sorry. What do you want? I can pause it. Where
No,
are
don't
you?
Pause it. I'll fast forward.
Oh, there you go. Right. Maybe I'm catching up. So
Nice.
they're saying that it's on NFL Network nationally. Why not?
You on the next play yet?
Let's see. They're about to snap it. Yeah.
Okay. Whoa. Not much there.
Oh, Breece Hall bouncing it. Okay. He made nothing into 2 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, Flacco knows how to get the ball away. That's
Yeah.
the thing with him. That's the whole positive of having a vet. Like, we have these young quarterbacks the last few years, and they're just erratic. Like, number one priority has to be making it so they can calm down.
I like
Look at Tyler Conklin. Yeah.
Like his toughness. Third and 1. What do you think they do here?
I think they fail and kick a field goal because I'm looking at the chat.
Oh, man.
I won't do that to you anymore, though.
Stupid
QB
chat.
sneak. I'm still rooting for it. We're going to get a touchdown here. There it
Prove
is.
you guys wrong.
Oh.
What, so AVT got beat on that?
We got to see some improvement with this run blocking. I am not happy with it.
No, man. Especially because that's kind of the strength.
Right.
That's supposed to be the strength of the guys we have. Except Fant is his strength is pass blocking. But AVT, yeah, oh man, AVT whiffed.
He better pick it up, man.
Yeah, totally.
Getting nervous about him.
Especially when you chose to trade 2 third-round picks to move up to get him, and a guy like Creed was sitting there.
Right.
Lots of guys, and he's having a great career so far.
Yeah.
Now, that said, I'm not bashing ABT. ABT's been pretty damn good. And I think I'm not worried about him, but I didn't like that.
No. What do you see right now? Oh, well, the clock's not running, so we can't judge it now. You seeing the replay right now?
Yeah, to the field goal.
All right, we're close.
So, yeah, what do you think of this Zerline over Pinheiro thing? I got to say I'm slightly, not really surprised, but I am a little bit.
I was a little surprised and about how quickly they made the decision, too.
Mo, let me just tell you something. I hear you. I know that you're desperately trying to find the negatives, but here's the thing, too. This first string offense hasn't played a game yet. So can we just give them a second? So what? They're against seconds.
It's also
like
not
this
true.
is their first time really being out there together. Can we let that happen, too?
I also
Just let it happen.
I also see some giant starters in there, so he's not being accurate. It's not their backups. Like, I see some of their starters in there, so I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, like, I get it. I understand. You know what I mean? But it's like, you're looking for it. You're trying to find it. And it's like, all right, well, again, we could say that this team has not played together yet. Last week it was Mike White. Like, can we let them do that and have their first game? We just watched their first 2 drives. And they look like they're able to move the ball. So they didn't close it out yet. So what?
Is Carolina
So
up
what?
Carolina's up 2-0.
Who is Carolina?
They're winning 2-0 against the Bills.
Poor Sammy, huh? Did
Yeah,
they find out how long he's out for? You guys know?
4 to 6 weeks, high ankle sprain.
Well, at least it's that. It looked like it could have been a tear.
Shoot. Oh, come on, guys.
Oh, look at Michael Clemens. Oh, but he made the pass. We got to cover that. You got your pass rush back there making moves. Michael Clemens, dude, did you see that? That was like a full extension, my entire body on your entire body. Feel this.
I think he just ended Taylor's season.
Now, Tyrod Taylor's a tough guy. Yeah, but he has not yet met Michael Clemens. Look at this. Watch the way he tackles him, Jeremy.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. He just
I know.
took him out. Oh, my God. He just killed him.
Yep, and that was well within the legal time frame, too. That was like a half step.
Was that Jermaine Johnson that just missed them before that?
Oh, you know what? I was watching Clemens on the whole play. I don't know who that was.
It was 92.
Who was that, guys?
It was 92, I think.
Iowa says someone call the cops. Michael Clemens. I'm telling you, Clemens the menace. That's the thing. Like, one of the reasons, probably the main reason that he slid to the 4th round is because of his age. That's it. So you might get him a little bit shorter of a career than maybe some others. But, dude, this guy just might be what we would label a legitimate steal.
He didn't go helmet to helmet.
He hit him like almost as the ball was in his hand. Like one more split second there, and that ball would have shot up into the air.
Yeah. Wow, he's hurt.
Chris Donardo giving us a little peek into the future. He says, we're going to like it, Jeremy. I'm watching the snap now. Little back to pass. Michael Clemens in pursuit. Oh, yeah. Who was that? Jamie Sherwood. Jamie Sherwood has been laying the Sherwood. All right. That's what we're going to call him. Lay the Sherwood. Yeah. I like this. That's what we'll say.
So everybody that was accusing and saying Michael Clemens is only good against 3rd and 4th stringers, what are they saying now? I mean, at what point do we start believing that Michael Clemens is the real deal?
when he goes into the season and actually does something. But
Yeah.
I'm with you. He looks pretty good.
Oh, I'm not
Come
seeing
on.
anything. to
Come
be
on.
happy. I'm not happy
Yeah.
about this. Why is Eccles playing so much? Where's Bryce Hall?
He's hurt. He's out.
For a long time?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know.
We never get to see our first team.
I know.
Like at full strength.
Never. We never see
Never.
our full team. We haven't in 10 years. We haven't seen our full team. Never.
Shepard is in there. Give me a break.
Well, they got to see why they're going to cut him.
Right.
Shepard has to get cut, guys. We have too much young talent
Ooh.
around him. Look at him. He's nothing.
Who was
Sucks.
that? I got to him.
Tanzel Smart, it looked like. It looked like Tanzel Smart in the face.
He's making the roster, baby.
Totally. Sneakers to boots. That's just it. And you know what was interesting? There was an interview with Michael Clemens. And no, who's that? 50. Oh, that's Bradley and I again, guys. Bradley and I making his case.
Making his
Is
case.
that, the moves that Clemens has, he's very good at, but he's actually working on learning those additional moves using his hands. I think if he's able to do that,
Guys.
we got a legitimate guy on our hands. Look at this. Yeah, but see, that's it. The guy that flew in, how about you just make the tackle, huh? You see that guy? Who was it? I want to see a replay here. Let me see who this is. All right, Bradley and Nye over there. So he passes it there. Who is this? Jason Pinnock, dude. That's the thing. Like, what? Again, this is what you teach 9-year-olds. You tackle with your head up and you wrap your arms. Jason Pinnock came flying in like he's going to make a highlight play,
Oh,
and he
there we
missed
go.
the tackle. Oh, come on. There we go. Who's that? Michael Clemens? Will Parks. Parks and Wild Goose, everybody.
So we're already pulled out our starters. We're already with the
Yeah.
backups.
Yeah, we're at Will Parks. Now, let me ask you, man, as far as the safety, Ashton Davis, Will Parks, Wild Goose, who you throwing away? We already got rid of Riley, right? He was last year's nice story. He's already gone. Who you keeping, guys? You keeping Wild Goose? Or as Jim Pox says, Gooseneck? You keeping Will Parks? Or are you keeping Ashton Davis? How long does this guy's third-round pedigree keep him on the team? I agree, Drippy Douglas. He's been good in the preseason. Cut Joyner. He wants to retire. You know what though? In reality, if you like the young guys, if you like Will Parks and you like Wild Goose, sincerely like them, could Joyner's position be in question? You'd like Jason Pinnock. Could you do that? Hawk says Parks is better than Joyner. That would be interesting, man. Now, I don't think they have the balls yet to do that. I just don't. I think they're going to keep the vets. They're the Tevin Colemans, the LaMarcus Joyners. I think they're still going to keep those guys. But I don't know. Right, Finkelstein. All right, Parks needs to make the team. I'm starting to think the same thing.
Otherwise, they're not going to believe that the positions are really up for grabs and that the competitions in camp are real.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting this week. We have to cut so many guys. Like when you're talking about the safeties and the linebackers and the defensive line, I'm really curious as to where they go. Like Bradley and Nye, outside of the first game, he looked lost in the first game, got juked a little bit, got fooled a little bit without knowing his responsibility on the play, of course. But the last 2 games, he's been there. He's really made his presence felt. And I think he's one of the faster defensive linemen that we have, defensive ends in particular. Can he actually make it? Or is it just a foregone conclusion like, yeah, he's gone? You know what I mean? Does preseason play mean anything?
No, I don't know. It never used to. Remember, like Danny Woodhead, we just let him go.
Yep. The sad part about that is that they let him go for Joe McKnight, right? And Joe McKnight ended up having a pretty good return career for us. But God rest his soul. But yeah, letting Woodhead go was,
Ooh,
I don't know.
Who's that?
That's Michael Clemens doing the chase. Look at him.
He is the real deal. I am
Yeah,
so
and he doesn't
excited about
stop.
Michael Clemens.
And did you see that? Just because it's a faster quarterback, he doesn't give up. He's like digging. Right. He's digging. I can get him.
It's unbelievable. He's going to end up in the starting 8 rotation. Watch.
Yeah, everybody's saying keep Will Parks, FOC, Donardo, Lights, Owen. Everybody. Oh, my God.
Sherwood
with the tackle. Who's 47? That's Bryce Huff. Bryce Huff with the pressure.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Can you cut an eye for guys like Bryce Huff who haven't really done? Look at all the holding. It's incredible. I've never seen so much holding in one clip. It was 3 guys being held. Yeah, I saw that. Taylor carted off Marshall. I saw that. I love Clemens too, Derpy. Like, it's the effort. You can tell when guys are actually digging. You know what I mean? Like, it's one thing to have effort and run fast, but it's like when they dig, you can see it. Like, digging deep. I can do it. And we haven't had those guys in a long time.
I'm so excited about Michael Clemens, man. I mean, the motor that this kid has is just incredible. And he's going to be putting fear in quarterbacks because people are going to see what he just did to Taylor.
Right. FOC saying Sherwood can tackle. But on your point, Hawk says Clemens just put the entire league on notice. They will fear this D. And that's the thing, dude. Like, think about this. We've seen Quinnen Williams in this preseason completely manhandle the guy in front of him. Now they need to double Quinnen. When you can't double Quinnen and you have Quinnen Williams next to Michael Clemens with JFM and let's just hypothetically Jermaine Johnson on the outside, that could be a fearsome front 4.
Yeah.
Truly. John Dinessi coming in with the MFC. There it is. I'm liking Jamie Sherwood, though. I'm liking him. He looks like he's ready to actually play in the NFL. You know, and it's funny because Nasruddin had a higher pedigree. He was shortly before the draft and the year before, he was considered maybe a second or third round pick. He ended up sliding to the 6th. And in many ways, he could end up being the steal. But it's taken him a little bit longer than Sherwood to make that transition, which is interesting because can you imagine if we actually find 2? Like, look, we already found Michael Carter. You know, Brandon Echols is a good, at least depth, right? I mean, Michael Carter II. If Jason Pinnock ends up being able to hold it up at safety, and then you got Sherwood and Nasruddin, dude, that's the back end of the back end of one draft. That's incredible.
Yeah.
And certainly not what we are used to seeing here. Well, Joe Blewett said on the Thursday Thick of It this week, he's thinking 11 defensive linemen that we're going to have to take a hit somewhere else. Now, I was saying 10, but I think, and look, Chris Donardo is saying it too, like when you see what they're really trying to do and keeping these guys fresh, it might behoove us to actually, yeah, I know how to use behoove. So it might be important enough to keep that extra defensive lineman and take the hit at linebacker and just only have 2 linebackers out there most of the time. You got the extra defensive back, the Bryce Hall, the Brandon Echols out there. I don't know. Maybe use more cornerbacks and only 1 safety too. Maybe there is no free safety. I don't know. Me too, Bradigan. Look at Zach Wilson crying. Why don't I get to play? Just keep getting hurt. Stop getting hurt. Oh, Flack. Ugh. Okay.
You reacting to that Michael Carter run?
No, that was ugly too, though.
Are you ahead of me now?
No. I saw something in the chat.
Oh,
I'll leave you alone.
okay.
Starting offense.
Now, yeah, is our starting offense? I mean, I see Flacco's still out there, but is our starting offense? Yep,
Can't
that's our
tell.
starting offensive line. So they're trying to get them some playing time here. All right, let's watch this play. I see everybody grumbling about.
What was so bad about
Nope, that wasn't it. No, that's not it. Then we're a couple plays behind these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say that too. Green Bean 515. I'm not impressed with our offensive line. Now, in their defense, last year it took this unit until week 5 or 6 to actually start even looking like an offensive line. So we switched 2 guys over to the right side. We added 2 new guys to the left side. The only guy returning at his position is the center, Connor McGovern.
Oh, Flacco.
There it is. Oh,
Wow.
that's lame. And that's our starting O.
Wow.
Yep, that was horrible, guys. That's what I saw. This is actually what I saw. I saw this right here. This comment. Pick 6. I was like, oh. That was not good, Billy. I'm with you.
Wow, that was such a bad throw.
Yeah, like it's weird too, because like it's like they don't see them. You know, like Zach does that stuff. Like with the interception in week 1, it was just like, how the hell do you not see that guy? I don't understand. Now, I'm not a quarterback. I don't have snarling beasts chasing me and all that jazz. But you would think you'd see him, right?
A week ago, everybody was talking about how should Zach even play this year? Keep Flacco. We're going to be 4-0 with Flacco. I wonder what they're saying right now.
Well, and the thing is, like, we might be 4-0 with Flacco or whatever it is. We might, I mean, just because he throws a pick. I mean, every quarterback throws picks.
But the way we react as a fan base to picks, now it's going to be jump off a bridge. We're going to lose. We're going to get crushed.
Yeah. Right. I know. So everybody just needs to calm down. Paul Olakowski checking in with a very, very good point, actually. They have to get used to the depth perception. So we can't forget that, guys. There's depth perception issues that seem to only matter and affect the Jets. We're the only team that struggles with depth perception issues. And it's going to take us at least 8 weeks to get past that. So you got to be patient.
Usually, like when we're like 2-8, then we figure it out and we win some games.
Yeah. Look, that's all it took. Look at Youthforia. We're losing week 1 from 1 pick. That's it.
That's so funny.
I mean, if we're just being real, right, for a minute, Youthforia, I mean, let's being real. The truth is that we are likely to lose week 1. We're playing one of the NFL juggernauts that have been among the better teams in the league for a long time. They had that dip before Lamar Jackson for a year or two, but they've been among the best for decades. And we're playing them week 1 with a bunch of young bucks, in large part. So we have a lot going in our favor for that game. I'll be there yelling. Jeremy will be there yelling.
Screaming.
It's September 11th in New York. Lots of stuff. Lots of energetic positives, at least as far as coming from our way. Momentum style. And who knows what our team's going to bring. But that said, everybody out there, the smart bet is on the Ravens. Let's be real. Coleman, what's Coleman doing? Oh, okay. That was a depth perception interception. Indeed. Mike White time. Yeah, the starters are done. And I think they should be. Like this is right there. Okay, you got them their playing time. They played for what was that? 3 drives? 4? 3 or 4 drives. It's a 3-3 tie. Get him out of there. Carl Lawson. We just saw Carl Lawson, guys. Can we just saw Carl Lawson.
Yeah.
Mike White's coming out. This is great, Jeremy.
Mike White, baby. Mike White.
Yeah, I hear you, Curly. He says it's ridiculous that Flacco throws a pick 6 and then you take him out. I do hear you, but they probably had that predetermined. Like this is the last drive, no matter what happens, up or down. And I think it's smart to keep to that. Like, don't feel the pressure of like trying to make him end on a high note. That's when something bad happens and you get an injury. It's what happened with Avery Williamson. Not exactly the same, of course, but just get the guys out of there. There you go, Michael Carter. Oh, that's not Michael Carter. That's Tevin Coleman.
That was Tevin Coleman, yeah.
I want to see P. Ryan. I want to see Bam Knight. That's what I want to see.
Oh, Pierschbacher is back in there.
There you go, Pierschbacher. Let him know. Let him know, Bama boy. Let him know. Slaugo, that sucks, dude. I mean, look, that's why I'm so behind. There are ways to do it. I'm looking at it through the DirecTV NFL Network app. Look at Mike White. Jeff Smith holding on to the ball. They're not even showcasing Mims. It's crazy.
It's ridiculous. They don't even want to trade value.
They're not trading them. That's why. They're like, whatever. Mims will do what we say because we got him under contract for 2 more years, and that's the way it's going to stay.
Yeah.
We like him. We like him right where he is.
Garrett Wilson's in there.
So Garrett Wilson is still getting a little bit of playing time.
Ooh, Coleman's wants his job.
That's right. And look, that was a hole between Pierschbacher and the left guard, who I'm not sure who it is. Pierschbacher's trying to make a case that Dan Feeney's drunk and you should keep me. Who's the left guard? Who is that? Oh, is that Herbig, or he's playing right? Who's number 68, Jeremy? You got it pulled up?
I don't. I'm going to have to look.
Got some people asking for Cager time. Hennessy Heisman. Let's see what happens here. 2nd and 1.
Oh, that was ugly.
Oh, my God. Terrible. Ty Johnson. Cut him. Cut him. Cut him. That's what I'm saying, Jets forever. Hey.
That was Herbig, 68. 68 is
68.
Herbig.
So he's playing left guard. That's interesting. Usually he's on the right side. So who do we have at right guard then? I got to see this. I can't see. All right. Who's at right guard? If Herbig's on the left. 67. Oh, Garrett Wilson. Thank you.
Garrett Wilson is the real deal, baby.
Yeah. Garrett Wilson with the hands, Hennessy.
Strong hands.
Vafadoost asking, why is our backup O-line so much better than look at that height on that defensive lineman. Got to give it to him. Well, it's because they're playing lesser talent as well. That's probably why. Good focus, Garrett Wilson. I appreciate that. So, Jeremy, who's 61?
61.
I think that's who it is, right guard. I'm trying to figure out who's out there right now. So we got Herbig on the left. That's Edoga at the left tackle position.
Oh, who's that? Who's that?
Look at this. There you go.
Is that Yeboah?
Yeboah! Yeah! That's right. That was a beautifully designed play, I might add. There it is, Owen. Look at everybody with the Yeboah love. You guys are the best. Chris Donardo, Yeboah. Mark Riz, Yeboah. FOC, Yeboah. Marshall, Yeboah. Owen, nice play design. Look at all this Yeboah love. Jets forever, Yeboah. Tampa Pete, Yeboah. Rico World Peace, Yeboah.
Oh, Ty Johnson again. Good one this time.
Yeah, I'm going to be upset if they keep Ty Johnson over any of the guys. I mean, in my opinion, he's the bottom of the depth chart. That's me.
Yeah. He's too hit and miss. Max Mitchell is 61.
But he's playing tackle. So do they have him at guard? Maybe all right, let me see here. 67, 66.
3 for 3.
66 is Pierschbacher.
Barrios!
Oh, look at him.
Touchdown,
I'm so fast. Yay. I'm so fast. I'm Barrios. I'm so fast. I'm Barrios. There it is. You saw it.
Drive by Mike White also.
And Mike White. He's just the guy throwing the ball. That was Barrios. Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Good blocking, Jeff Smith.
Yep. Good block, Jeff Smith, without the hold. Jeff Smith kind of held up 3 guys there. Kind of.
He did.
He had 31 in the way. Yeah, that was good.
Look at that, Barrios. Great job, buddy. Yeah.
Honey Nut Barrios. I'm with you, VR Hidalgo.
He's got to fix that hair there, though.
I know. That hair, it's got to go. Did you see when he walked in, Woody Johnson goes, new hairdo? Like, Woody's like, what's that?
He thinks he's Eminem.
Yeah, he's working on it. He wants to be a big star. Just got his first big contract. He's hanging out in Miami. He's got a shirt now. Barrios is good.
He's nervous. Got spaghetti on his sweater.
Barry's tie game. There you go, Billy. Barrios putting on the moves, right?
He's very.
I agree. What's that going?
I think that Barrios is underrated still.
Yeah, he is. I think this organization, I've said it, dozens of times. I believe that they view him as more of a third wide receiver talent, somebody that can be out there all day. That's what I think they see him. Now, we have Elijah Moore, we have Corey Davis, we have Garrett Wilson, but Barrios is right in there. And I think that they're higher on him than just like a throwaway 4th wide receiver / kick returner. The guy's talented, man. And he's one of the, like Joe Douglas said, he said, signing him is a priority. You want to reward guys who do things the right way. And that's what he's doing. Knobcraft pointing out his hair. Cheerios. Yeah, Bam and Pirine. Let's do it.
I offered Knobcraft this amazing trade in our fantasy league. I offered him like Singletary from Buffalo, bunch of backup guys for some of his starter guys, and he just writes back. He ignores the trade proposal, just says, I got some hot sauce I want to send you. What's your address?
Look at this. Mo Dean, why are we not allowed to do anything with you around? Why?
Yeah, he doesn't know why we should celebrate. We shouldn't be happy.
We shouldn't be, hey, you, smiling. Take that smile off your face. These are our seconds, too. We're talking about Yaboa. Relax.
It's like
grump.
Miserable like me.
Yeah, hey, I don't like it. You shouldn't like it either. Hennessy says, Barrios, the best wide receiver 4 in the NFL. Yeah, I'm with it. Why not? Start Mike White. There he is. Or Mike Wyke. But I know what you're doing. I get you. I understand you. Yeah, Jerome Strax. Do they have any offensive plays for Michael Clemens? Well, remember, his first interview with the New York media, they asked him, has anybody ever tried to maybe play you at offensive tackle? I know Jets Forever. You're another one. Just take it down. Let people be happy with whoever the hell they want to be happy about, you fucking grumps. Why can't somebody like Barrios?
We had the nerve to say he was underrated. But that means we're saying he's elite. But like it's funny because
it's all of a sudden all the way to elite. Yeah.
Right.
See, Jeff Trevor's a pendulum guy. One side or the other.
But it's like I don't understand the logic of not cheering though. Like I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I know. Well, the thing is, like, by that logic, the whole game is dumb. The whole preseason game is dumb. Why are we even watching? Why? It's a funny thing. It's like, I don't think anybody said Berrios was elite. I mean, truth be told, he's an all-pro kick returner, so that could be labeled elite.
Yeah.
It's hard to become all-pro. Jason Pinnock with the attempt at the strip did not work. That's right. That's right, Owen. That's right, Owen. Owen's got it. Berrios would be starting slot. That's not a bad point, Marshall. If Berrios was up there in New England, he would probably be in the starting lineup, one of the top 3 receivers up there. And look, he can get open. He can catch the ball. He works his ass off. He can lose people. He can avoid tackles. So why not? Hey, Beth Page, Chris, what's up? What's up? Happy to have you. Look, Owen checking in, just saying Berrios is good. Yeah, that's what we're saying. That's all. Berrios is good.
Jets Forever reads that as Berrios is elite.
Yeah. All right, let's see this. I want to see some Sherwood. Oh, who missed that? There you go. You dive on it, Tanzel Smart.
Oh, come on. You got to get that.
You're a big fat fatty. Fat fatties should never try to pick the ball up and run with it in traffic.
How did we
never
not get that?
Never. Jason Pinnock missed the tackle, but who caused the fumble? That's number 9. That was Whitehead. He's still out there. See, that's 2 now, guys, for Jason Pinnock. I want to just remind you, a lot of people are kind of hanging their hat on him being the starter. He makes me nervous. I like him. I'd love to see him amount to something. But in this game, and he does that, he had a little bit of that going on last week too.
Sherwood is all over the place.
Yeah, Sherwood. Yeah.
So much better than last year.
So that was Quan Alexander that made the fumble, not what did I say? Whitehead.
That was
what the hell number is Whitehead? I don't know anybody's numbers. It's going to take me all damn year.
Quan wants
especially to play. Well, now that they've changed all the numbers too, Jeremy, like number 9 is a quarterback or a kicker, damn it.
I know, I don't get it. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Look at that pressure. Ton of pressure. Yeah.
I wonder who got there. Show it.
I know, fall. That's the thing. It's like, look, when I was a kid, and I remember who's hurt? Somebody's hurt?
No, Smart was the one of the guys who got there.
Did you see that stunt that he did too? He lined up over the left guard and he ended up making his penetration over the right guard.
Wow.
Nice. Excuse me. When I was a kid, the whole thing was fumble, dive on it. It's much more important to secure the ball than it is to try to get some highlight play. Now, over the years, they've kind of coached that out. A lot of more showboating, a lot of that stuff. And we get some really exciting plays that way. But when you're a big fat fatty, when you're a 300-pound defensive lineman and the ball's bouncing around,
you jump
on it. Especially in that section of the field where there's, 9 more big fat fatties jumping around. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just get it.
Yeah. It's like you're not paid to have good soft hands that can easily scoop up a ball.
Let's see. Oof. Cager. Lawrence Cager with his big drop, Mitt Flair saying, cut him. There he is.
Cut Cager.
Yeah, Curly Norman. I'm still like, so 9 is Quan Alexander. 6 is Whitehead. Now, what is DJ Reed? He's like number 4, right? 3? What is he? 4? Jeremy eating the Slim Jim?
I don't know. No, this is like a fruit gel. It's an Asian candy.
I don't like that at all.
Squirted everywhere. You don't like that at all?
Asian fruit gel. I gotta admit it. Look at Mims. It's Denzel Mims.
That was Mims.
Yep. The only team in the league that can't figure out how to use a 6'3" wide receiver with 4.3 speed. and a height advantage and a strength advantage and an aggressive blocker. The only team in the league that can't figure it out. Boop.
Not only was he not afraid of what was coming, he was ready to take it on. He took it on.
Yeah. No, I get it. Everybody's saying, look, somebody with 31 catches shouldn't have the balls to ask for a trade. Well, maybe, but the other side of that is, look at me, and I only have 31 catches. This is horseshit. You know what I mean? There's two sides to it. Look at Carl Lawson. Guys, can we just take a second and acknowledge that we just watched Carl Lawson's first real game without getting injured? I mean, we saw him in preseason game 1 last year for just a few minutes, maybe a drive, I think it was. This is the first time. This is it. I'm happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy about it. Who's that?
Oh, look at this.
Let's go. Look at him. I hate getting tackled. That's what he hates. Mr. Terrible, little Mims love. Yeah, it's a funny thing. I think Jets Forever brought up the stat last week. Mims, out of the 31 catches, 20 of them are for first downs. It's kind of a Lawrence Cager college thing. Like he only has so many catches, but half of them are for touchdowns. It's crazy. Moms, Rick Bass. That's for Zach Wilson, I think. Moms. Oof. So that's Quan Alexander again. Remember the strength. Oh, that's Jackson.
Why would you
I'm
make
retarded.
that? Why would you throw it to Calvin Jackson? Why wouldn't Mims be the guy running that route?
Yeah. I don't know.
That's stupid. That's just stupid. Now we got a punch.
Yeah, Hennessy. But the thing is, like, here's the argument for that. Like, right. That's a very fair point. The argument against that is, how does this organization not know how to get him more, not know how to get him out there? They put him out there for 2 plays. He gets a penalty and they bench him. Like he was a healthy scratch with guys like Jeff Smith ahead of him numerous weeks. And then he would come in, get 3 catches for 36 yards, and they'd scratch him the next week. Now, again, we don't know what's going on, and it is what it is, right? But it's just unfortunate that we don't have a staff that understands how to use a guy like that. I don't know. And again, maybe he sucks. Maybe he'll go to another team and he's lost there too. I find it hard to believe because the first time he's ever had any of these knocks that he's unintelligent, he can't absorb an offense, so this, that, or the other thing, he's nonchalant, he's aloof. The first time that knock was ever labeled to Denzel Mims was under this regime. That's it. So something's happened. Either way, I'd rather keep him unless you get a really ripe offer. Somebody's like, hey, dude, I'll give you a second or a third, something like that. Or you can get a Tevin Jenkins, something like that. Or just keep him. Just keep him. He's under contract for 2 years. That's a great point, Terrible. He said, let's change his name to Mom so Zach Wilson will target him. Jeremy, you hear that?
Yeah.
That's a good one, Mr. Terrible. That's a good one, buddy.
That is really good.
Brilliant.
3rd and 5.
Yeah, but Rick, it was worth it. Spell check changed it to Mom. Don't you worry. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful spell correction, even if it was wrong.
I want to point out that I still think that they have yet to target Sauce Gardner. Like nobody's throwing anywhere near him, no matter who we play.
I hope I hope we don't get lulled into a false confidence because I believe that once we get into the real games, they're going to target him.
Oh,
he's a rookie.
They're supposed to.
He's a rookie.
But I'm just pointing out, it's just they don't throw the ball anywhere near the guy.
Yeah. And VR Hidalgo, this is the point. Again, like, look how everybody thinks of Denzel Mims now. This was never labeled to him or attributed to him. And not even the first year with Adam Gase here or his whole college career. Never. It's new. And that's the whole thing. It's like, well, where did this come from? Seems to me like maybe our rookie staff blew it. No, I don't know. Let's see. I know when Strevler comes in, it's going to be crazy. Mike White's doing okay, though. Better than the last game. I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah. Much better.
I'll tell you what, though. If what you're saying, Jeremy, actually holds up for the season, like if we have a cornerback that is so locked down that teams just don't target him, that would be an incredible benefit to our defense. Incredible. Because then you got, excuse me, DJ Reed on the other side, Michael Carter the second. They're not slouches either.
Right.
So that brings up the whole point of we need to figure out how to stop the screens and how to take care of the tight ends peeling off their blocks.
Yeah.
We have to be able to do that because that is enough to beat you. And as a matter of fact, that's a terrible way to lose because it's a ball control. That's 8 to 10 yards a clip.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Right, Rick. We're good, buddy.
I mean, it's the worst way to lose because you can't gain any rhythm on your offense because they're not on the field enough.
Yeah.
Can't give up like 8-9 minute drives that are touchdowns. That's crazy.
Well, that's the thing. Like we're talking about, the number one thing that we have to put a stop to this year is the idea that you can run 4 downs against the Jets defense. That if it's third and, or, they stop you on 3rd and 2 or whatever, they're not going to be able to stop you again. And therefore they go for it on 4th more. Like, how many times last year our defense actually held on 3rd down? And if it was a normal circumstance, we would have seen so many more instances where the team, the defense got off the field, but instead they went for it on 4th. They got it. And then there's a whole new set of downs and then they can't stop. And then it just wears them down. And that went on all last year. That's what CJ Mosley was talking about. They were laughing at them.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's 4 downs. We don't need to punt against you. You guys suck. You cannot stop us. And that's embarrassing.
It's true.
All right, 3rd and 5 over here. Tanzel Smart. Look at Bryce Huff. Oh. Davis Webb. All right. Right, the Revis benefit Jets forever. Exactly.
It's not a first down.
No, it looked short to me. Javelin Guidry out there. Jason Pinnock out there. You got Jamie Sherwood still out there.
Who is that right there? That was good coverage.
Yeah.
It was tight. There wasn't tons of space.
Yeah, he didn't have right. It was good enough that he wasn't able to, like take a step and get the first, because that's all it was. He was 1 step away. Look at this.
Calvin Jackson.
Calvin Jackson.
Okay.
I want a job. I want a job.
We have 2 number 9s playing today. Jackson and Quan Alexander.
Yeah, I know. It's confusing. I'm like, why is Quan Alexander returning punts? That was a dangerous move, too. That's the kind of stuff that, generally speaking, blows up in our faces.
Yeah.
As Jets fans. Still, you got to give it to him. It was a good return. Now, Mike White is out there. Mike effing White, everybody. Let's watch this. Look at Mims. Telling you.
Wow.
That's all.
This is why you need a receiver like this.
Yeah, that's all. That's all he does.
All these Mims haters. It's like, explain that.
The thing with the problem with this comment, Mo, is that he's already done it. He was out there with starters for half of the season, and he played great. When Flacco was in, when Sam came back in after injury, he was unable to find anybody. There were numerous examples where Denzel Mims was wide open, staring at Sam, and he didn't, he can't see him. So, I mean, that's the thing. Like, we can say what we want about this poor kid, but the truth is that he's incredibly talented with rare measurables, and this staff doesn't like him. Whatever the reason, maybe it's legit, but it's unfortunate because he's a stud. And I just wish that we had a staff that would figure it out. That's all. And maybe they will from everybody else. Be happy moving forward. That'd be great. Ooh, a little Lawrence Cager act. That was the same play.
Yep.
It was almost the exact same play. A little Lawrence Cager getting some loving.
Yeah.
Now, you see, like last year, if that was Mims and he dropped it like Cager did, they pull him.
Right.
You let him play. Let him play through it. Let him come back. Get the confidence back. Throw a bad pass to him so he can't possibly catch it. And then they call it a missed opportunity. They call it a target, not a reception.
We got so many guys.
What do you mean?
Mims still in there. I like Mims getting reps.
Right, Jeremy. I'm with you. I like Chuma Edoga and Max Mitchell out there getting some quality time. I like that too.
Yeah.
Jeff Smith.
Yeah,
that was good. He did. He took a nice hit. That's like, look, when you're sending guys over the middle, one of the key components is that they don't get spooked, right? They hear footsteps, we call it. The other thing is that when they do get popped, they hold on to it. And that's key.
Did you see Mims walk over there to congratulate him? Team player.
Yeah.
Oh, Modine's going to say Mims is taking a drink. He's not in good shape.
Yeah, look at him. He's huffing and puffing out there.
How does he need to have a drink? My God, cut him.
This is what I think. I think it's all much to do with nothing. Again, if they can get something for him legit, then they get it. But if not, they just keep him right here. He's under contract for this year and next year. So you just let him work through it. And when Corey Davis disappoints again, you let him go. You save the $14 million and you put Mims in there. But who knows? Maybe they do.
Look at that. Look at that. Oh, yeah.
He thought he was going to get tackled. Jeff Smith. He was like, ooh, nothing happened. He was bracing. He was bracing for the hit. Yeah, right. Ed the Red says, what a drive from Mike White. Let's give credit where credit's due. He looked sharp. He had that one bad pass, but yeah.
Yeah, I just put out an article yesterday that said it. I told people, I said, stop this imaginary world. Mike White is our QB3. Chris Streveler, if he slips through waivers, will be on our practice squad. It's just that simple.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, I mean, Jets forever. Look, and we saw it in the Senior Bowl too. Like the scheme it's designed to free guys up. The problem with it is when there's no protection and the play can't develop. And that's where I've had issue with LaFleur's response to that. Like, okay, we're not getting the time to allow the plays to develop, and the quarterback can't actually take a second and view the whole scene. Then you have to start with the screens. You make it faster and you put them back on their heels and you stop them from being able to pin their ears back and come get you. You don't try to force feed it. Like sometimes you gotta respond to what's happening. If you're unable to stop them doing this, do something to slow that down, and then you can settle back into your offense. I haven't seen that so much. It seems like we just keep forging forward with the same game plan. And I've had some issues with that. Hopefully, just like everybody else on our staff, I'm hoping that LaFleur learns a little bit about that because he's definitely a creative offensive coordinator, man. He's got talent.
Dude, did you see what Michael Clemens did to that?
For which one?
I still can't get over what Clemens did to Taylor.
I know. That's crazy.
He rocked him. That's exactly why the beat guys, when they're doing his press conferences, are like their voices are shaking when they talk to him. The guy is
Michael Clemens, man. It's like what a fun guy. What a fun guy. Talented, mean, nasty, 100% all the time.
It's amazing that except for that one pick 7, we're kind of dominating this game. But when we're bad, we're bad. It's the same old Jets, and when we're good, it's just preseason.
Right. That's a funny thing. Look at Bryce Hoff getting held. Oop. Come on, can you throw the damn penalty? So Drew Pacabra, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. He says Jeff Smith contributes on special teams. He can tackle too. I don't understand the hate. I don't know if it's hate so much as he has more drops than a guy like Mims. And it's just one of those things where the Jets seem to like him a lot more than his value is. And he plays better in preseason than he does in the regular season. And it's not like we just got him. He's been here 3 years already. Oh, my God. Who was that? Guidry? Yeah. I mean, hey, maybe he pulled up because he was out of bounds, whatever. I hate guys who tackle with their eyes down. It's one of my pet peeves, man. You keep your head up. So I don't think it's hate. I think it's just not understanding where the blind loyalty comes from. I think he's very limited. Now, there was the hope that he could be like a Brad Smith guy, a little gadgety and be able to impact the game in other ways, but we haven't seen that yet. But it's a good point. Boyer likes him, and Boyer needs his guys too, man. He needs to have guys that contribute on special teams.
Nice.
Oh, Javelin Guidry.
Nice. Guidry's a player, man. He's really
Guidry
good
sucks.
depth. He's good depth.
Yeah.
You don't like Guidry still?
I don't. I mean, look, I'll take. I'm rooting for him. You know what I mean? I don't trust him. Like, look, you think that's Javelin Guidry that did that? No, the guy dropped the ball. What he really did was got burned for a first down. That's what really happened there. Now, again, I'm not against Guidry. We need a backup nickel. I don't like Javelin Guidry. I just don't have confidence in him.
Well, he's a backup. He's not the guy that we want in there. That's for sure.
Oh, look at this blown punt.
Yeah.
And he still got it off. One of the greatest punts in NFL history.
It's crazy.
A flag.
Yeah, right. Dylan says Clemens is the last guy I'd want chasing me as a quarterback. Yeah. MC, that's a good question. I don't know. I mean, Mann was doing the kickoffs, and I don't know if Greg DeLeg is going to. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of an interesting thing. Unless you think it's going to somehow detrimentally affect his leg, I would say the more he could kick, the better. Well, there you go. Ineligible man downfield.
And here we
VR
go.
Hidalgo. Not a fan of Guidry.
Halftime.
Wow, that's halftime? I thought that was a game. We've been doing this for hours. Yeah, that's the thing, Mo. I think, look, it's one of those things where we have a new staff. They're new in these roles, right? There is no background for them. They have to bounce whatever thoughts they have against what they've seen in these positions. For LaFleur, looking at offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan and how he runs the offense. Even McVay to a lesser degree. But then you got Robert Saleh. He's never been a head coach. So they're thinking that they know how to do it, whether, depending on exactly what we're talking about. But look at like player development. So they're maybe trying to give a little tough love and it doesn't work. Like learning how to get around that is the job of the head coach and his staff. Like figuring out how to reach your guys is key. Now, some guys just like, look, this is the way I teach, and I'm going to get a bunch of guys that respond to that. Okay. And if that's what you're doing, that's fine. But I'd say it's probably a pretty good idea, like that it's likely that the whole Mims thing and other guys, that it could be attributed to our staff not really knowing how to do it yet as far as development. Now, the hope is that they get really good at that, because Joe Douglas is doing a good job in the back end of the draft. He's getting guys that can legitimately contribute. So being able to develop those guys is going to make or break everything. Obviously, you got to hit the front end too. You got, the 5 first-round picks got to hit. The 2 seconds, they got to hit. But even more so, the great teams are able to get 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th rounders to contribute. And if we can develop those guys properly with good coaching, then that changes everything. Because then when guys leave, Jeremy, when guys go get the big contract, you have the guy sitting there waiting to fill the role, and he's already on the team for 2 years.
Yeah.
So he knows the system.
Yep.
Yep.
Next man up.
Kenobi Clone thoroughly enjoying this game. I think so too. We're having a good time. There's a lot going on. We saw picks. We saw fumbles. So think about this. We saw a fumble when we were driving, took away at least 3 points, most likely. Then we threw a pick 6. So that's direct points. And it's a tie game, isn't it? Or are we up? What's the score? I don't even know what the hell the score is.
We're up 17-10, I think.
17-10. So it's an interesting game. We saw some really nice pressure from our defensive line. We saw some guys, making plays with Garrett Wilson's concentration on that play. We saw some really nifty moves by the running back. Hey, guys, can we be a little quieter? Hey. Hold on.
That's Greenbean yelling at his dogs.
No.
Those are the kids?
No, it wasn't yelling at anyone. It was having a very polite and respectful discussion.
A polite reminder that you are recording a show on a stream.
Yeah, not recording. It is being recorded, but we are actually live.
Right.
So,
and there's people are listening.
Yeah, and there's over 200 people in here having a great time. Guys, I want to remind you, we are doing this for Jetnation, the NFL's largest and most active NFL site, jetnation.com. If you want your news, daily updates, anything that's going on, you want immediate news, jetnation.com. You want a great podcast, jetnation.com with Jetnation Radio. You want On the Road with Green Bean, which starts again next week, you can go to jetnation.com. If you want the most active Jets conversation on the entire internet, it's jetnation.com. It's not even close. Even Jets Twitter has nothing on Jetnation. They get 1 million posts a month, Jeremy.
That's
a million.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
That's
About
right.
$1 for every post in a month. Every month.
If anyone had $1, right? Where does that money go? Where does it go? So the reminder is, if you haven't clicked like on this video, if you haven't subscribed to jetnation.com, to Jetnation's YouTube, Greenbeanjetsfan's YouTube page, or Jeremy's Jets Chaos page, please take a second and do that. I want to remind you guys that somebody in the chat right now, Mr. Chris Bradigan, has just been we have just reached the milestone to get Chris Bradigan to his first ever New York Jets home game. We are incredibly excited. So now we got Iowa Jet, we have Jonathan from Albuquerque, and we have Chris Bradigan, and we're very close to being able to get one more person to go. We have the ticket, and we just need a few more donations. If you guys would be so kind, consider donating to the fund. It's in the description of this very video. The link is in the description for GoFundMe. Go ahead and throw us $5. Help us get yet another Jets fan from out in the middle of nowhere to their first ever New York Jets home game. Jeremy, is this your first home game? No, right?
No, first one. It's the first one in MetLife, though.
Ah, right. When was your last game that you went to? What year?
The last game that I went to, this is embarrassing and hard to say, but it's the truth, was 2010, 2011. 2011.
2000 oh, that was the bad year. We still were 8-8, so it was, but you could feel it. The 2008, it was like eroding. It was eroding. That was my son. 2011 was my son's first ever Jets game, but we lived in Miami. So we went to the Miami game. And you know what game that was, Jeremy? That was the actual game where Santonio Holmes got into a pushing and shoving match with his own team in the huddle and benched himself.
Oh my God.
That was my son's first game. Now, we went to quite a few Jets games down there in Miami. I took my son to probably 3 or 4, and I went to a lot more than that, but without him. But his first home game was at MetLife, and my first game at MetLife was 2015, the Eric Decker, Brandon Marshall, Chris Ivory, Fitzpatrick Jets, and we won against the Jaguars, and what a blast that was. There's something about it, man. Like, even if you've seen Jets games at other stadiums, like, it's still fun. It's always fun to be there, but especially if you never have been, being in the stadium with us, like when it's all of us, it's a whole different thing. 80,000 Jets fans. Now, you'll see other teams' fans there, of course, and all that, but opening day is going to be at least 85% Jets fans. And it's fun. It's a fun thing to do, man. I hope more of you guys can go. But anyway, Chris Bradigan, congratulations, buddy. I couldn't be happier for you. And anybody else that wants to donate, we're kind of running out of time to get people to opening day. So if you're thinking about it, now's the time to do it. Thank you for all the people who have already donated. It's greatly appreciated. Now, Rick is checking in with the super chat. Thanks, Rick. He says, Michael Clemens equals Bruce Smith 2.0. Jeremy, what do you think of this? In quite an extreme proclamation here. What do you think?
It's a little early for that.
Little early.
Bruce Smith is one of the all-time great defensive edges in the history of the NFL. So it's hard to say Bruce Smith right now, but I'd be very happy if it came to fruition.
Yeah. Now, my comments are going to be pretty close to what Jeremy said here, Rick. We're excited about him. I'm really happy with what we've seen. And not only just his play, like, I genuinely like him as a part of the team. Like, the energy that he brings is very contagious, very, different from someone else we all love, Michael Carter, different than everybody else. He's just a completely unique energy being brought to the team. And I could not be happier to have him. And I'm very excited about his potential. But jumping all the way to the all-time sack leader, I think is tough for me. It's tough for me, Rick. But hey, if we all keep believing, just like Ted Lasso says, if we believe, anything can happen. So thank you, Rick. Let's see here. Robert S. Come on, guys, hit that like button. I agree. Robert, what's the problem, you think? What is it that we need to do to get people to hit the like button? Now, we say it every video. We're always like, hey, don't forget to hit the like button. Now, if my video gets 4,000 views, generally speaking, I get 300, 400 likes. And that's funny. How's that happen? What is it, Jeremy? What am I not doing?
I don't know. Sometimes it's the same thing for me. The more you have, the less the ratio. Because when I used to have 15 people in the chat, remember, I always had 15 likes.
That's right.
As soon as I got to 50, 60 people, then all of a sudden I was stuck at 35. So
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, it's a good point. So if you guys haven't liked the video, it does help. You'd be surprised. And it's super crazy easy. Now, I know a lot of you guys are actually watching it on TV, like, the YouTube app on TV. So I get it. I don't even know if you can do it. I don't know if you can like it on TV. But that does make it harder. I know some of you guys can't comment and all that jazz. So hello to everybody in YouTube land or on TV land. We appreciate your presence as well. So we understand that some of the guys that's going to happen to. But if you're just watching us on YouTube while the game's on, hit the thumb. Come on. You know? Now, Eric Jake, go on.
I'm going to hit the laboratory.
Okay, go ahead. I'll bring Jeremy back on when he's back. Now, Eric Jacobson I have to admit, I agree. You got to find a place on the team for Anai and Will Parks. Impressive play this preseason. Now, Anai is going to have difficulty because there is a lot of competition at that position. Now, Jabari Zuniga was a third-round pick 2 years ago, has struggled with injuries, but has been able to do some nice things when he's out there, when he's healthy. And that includes the preseason. You know, he's actually had a good preseason overall. He's kind of quieted down. I don't think we've seen much from him today. I don't even know if he's injured or whatever. But they might want to see what he can do with that third year as opposed to keeping a guy like Anai. But I'm with you. I think you got to find a spot for him, man. And I don't know if he'll clear waivers, but I say that all the time. I tend to fall in love with players on the bottom end of the roster. And I think they'll never clear waivers. And then they're on our practice squad all year. So what the hell do I know when it boils down? But I think a guy like Bradley and Nye, especially when you look at the preseason he's had, I don't know if he'll clear waivers. I really don't. And I'm thinking that Tanzel Smart has played his way into the rotation. I think Bryce Huff, they like him a whole bunch. And if you see, man, even in week 1 with those 5 sacks that we had, Bryce Huff was the pressure that created 2 of those sacks. Now, he didn't get the sack, but he's there, man. So I think he's going to, he's a lock. Obviously, Jacob Martin's a lock. Jermaine Johnson, Michael Clemens, Carl Lawson. So they're all locks. So we're looking at really 1 or 2 spots that are potentially open. Now, when you start getting rid of guys or considering getting rid of guys like maybe Nathan Shepard, maybe Sheldon Rankins, some of those guys, you still got to fill that interior. You still got to fill that interior. So whether or not that would impact the defensive end, I don't know. It remains to be seen. But I like Bradley and I too. And I think that what he brings is unique. He's actually fast. Like he's incredibly fast and quick. His first step is really good. He's another guy that's driven. He's kind of, he goes 100% the whole time. So I'd like to see him be retained as well. But I fear that he might be a guy that we lose, Eric. Will Parks, I think, has got it. That's what I think.
Did you see the kickoff?
Yes.
Okay. Make sure.
Yeah,
that
I have 50.
Same place.
What's that?
Make sure we're still in the same place.
I appreciate that. Nick Russo, I agree. They need to find a spot on the 53 for Anai. I think he gets claimed. I really do. I really do. Hey, Cadoza, what's up, buddy? He says Huff better than Zuniga. I think so. It's unfortunate. I really like Jabari Zuniga's skill set, but it's a very similar thing to what I'm saying about Cager. It's really hard to let another promising guy go for a player who's never been healthy. It's tough. I don't know if you can really do that. Look at Bryce Huff. Oh my, get him. Nice. Yeah, Bryce Huff. Nice. Speak of the devil. Nice. See all that second and third effort, Jeremy?
Love it.
Smart as trash. Just make sure we know that. Shepard is defensive tackle 3. That's a problem for me. Nathan Shepard gets pushed around like nobody's business.
I don't like
I'd rather see Jonathan Marshall. Look at this. Come on, get him. Another missed tackle. Who is that? 21. Ashton Davis, dude. I'm sick of missed tackles. Aren't you guys tired of it? Like when we have players that are in position, all I'm asking is you make the damn tackle. That's not too much.
Let's make
the tackle. And if he would have tackled him, that would have been a loss, Jeremy.
Yep.
Aunt Gina's back. What's up, Gene? Want to remind everybody, Aunt Gina just this week was blessed with her 3rd grandchild, my little cousin, Vincent Anthony Arena. Oh, no, it's not Arena. What the hell is her last name? What's my cousin's last name again,
Too
Gene?
much space.
What, Bernasconi? Bernasconi. Vincent Anthony Bernasconi. It's Irish. Jeremy's not listening. I can tell.
No, I'm here. I'm listening. I can hear you.
You missed my joke. It was quality comedy.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
Make the tackle.
wasn't he out of bounds?
I don't know.
We're playing very soft right now. You see everybody back?
Yep. Dunn is awful. Yeah, I agree. See, but Steven, this is the thing. And hello, Steven. It's good to see you here too. But the thing is, you see it constantly with our defensive backs. They offer 5 to 10 yards of cushion. Like, look at that.
Oh, come on. There's no.
Ashton Davis with a nice hit at the end. Is that what you just watched? The run up the middle?
Yeah. Am I ahead of you?
No, I just watched it. I'm at 12:52. I know. This is the thing, Cadoza. It's like, I hear you. Work ethic is great. But when he's on the field, he gets shoved around. I mean, he has his share of impact plays. There's a smattering of them. But overall, I see like Jonathan Marshall and Tanzel Smart looking better. Although, who's in there now? So I think Tanzel Smart is still in there, 79. And Jonathan Marshall might be in there. So we'll see how they play. Yeah, Finkelstein, he says that our D-line's getting pushed around. So we have to kind of see who's in there. Marshall over Shepard. I'm with you, Eric. We need a big defensive tackle. I miss Snap. I know, it's interesting that we didn't add one. I mean, they're going for speed and all that jazz. I get it. Clemens is still out there.
Yeah, well,
I don't like it.
Maybe they got to give Clemens snaps at both the edge and tackle because he's going to play both.
Yeah, they're sticking him on the inside, huh?
Yeah, he's been playing inside. I think this quarter at least. He's got to get experience for both.
All right, let's see where he's lining up. No, he's on the edge. He's on left defensive end now. So he was playing right defensive end before.
And then sometimes he moves to the inside. Watch, because there was a play where he was on the inside too.
Nice.
Beautiful. A lot of pressure.
Yeah, that was good pressure. Yeah. Well, we sent a lot of guys. In my opinion, I was thinking that we would see more pressure than that. Who's 27? Who is that? Who is that again? 27?
Can't tell.
Who's 27, guys?
I mean, I had it open. I'm sorry.
Oh, my God. That's the play, dude. Come on, guys. That's what we need to defend against this year. Hey, Merrill, would you mind making me another coffee? Is that okay? Iced coffee? Please? Thank you.
Isaiah Dunn was 27.
Isaiah Dunn. There
Isaiah
it is.
Dunn. He's going to be gone in a week.
Yeah, he'll make practice squad, I think.
Yeah.
And he's not going to get claimed either, you know.
Nah. Doubt it.
Yeah, there you go, Shafiq. Thank you. Everybody's telling me done. Harry, thanks, Harry. Thanks, Lights. Thanks, Brad again. Thanks, Paul. Yeah. Done. Done. Yeah. All right. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, Jermaine Johnson is quiet. He's not out there now, though, is he? There's Bryce Huff. See? Oh, my God. Come on. Now, who's 22 again? Isn't that Adams, right?
I think it's
on the
Adams.
defense. Yeah, Josh Adams.
Guy's working at Home Depot next week. I mean, it's not a concern.
Shafiq says, what do you think of Ulbricht? Well, I think there's the jury's still out on Ulbricht, right? I mean, last year he looked really good in the first quarter of the season. Our offense was completely inept, and the defense was keeping us in games, or for lack of a better term. But then he kind of fell off a cliff, and he didn't seem to make the adjustments that might have been required. But when you look at how decimated his team, his side of the ball was, I mean, every single defensive free agent that we brought in was injured. Bad pass. That's not a completion, is it?
Looked like a bouncer to me.
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing right now, man. This team, it's like we're giving so much space. Everybody's wide open. He literally had choice of at least two players wide open on that play. Like, where are our guys if two guys are open? But so I think with Ulbricht, it's hard because now we're looking at the preseason and what are they really showing? Okay, there's Jermaine Johnson. He's out there. So I don't know, Shafiq. I will say that I'm concerned. I'm nervous. I got to admit. There you go, Salah. I didn't think that was a catch either. What is it? It's not. It's not a catch. Watch this, Jeremy. It hits the ground.
Use the ground.
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm saying. Like the ref standing
Totally
right there. I'm 1,000 miles away, and I saw that.
Mm-hmm. You saw that all the way from Virginia. I mean,
Exactly. I'm in friggin' Charlottesville. Yeah, right. It's the Bulls prevent right now.
so remind me one thing. If
Yeah.
you need to run to the supermarket, like a big supermarket to go shopping, how far of a drive is it?
Right now, so where I live now, I have a supermarket about 15 minutes away, but it's a smaller supermarket. If I want to go to like a big, like a Walmart or something like that, it's a market. No, it's a supermarket. It's just like, think about a supermarket from 1960. That's
Right.
that's what it's like. I mean, it has all the aisles. It's not a convenience store. You know what I mean? It's a supermarket.
Right.
But if I want to go to Walmart, I'm 25 to 30 minutes away. That's where like Lowe's and Walmart and all they can, Taco Bell, Burger King, all that shit, Arby's, Checkers.
It's a good way
Wendy's.
It's a good way to give yourself some willpower to not eat that junk.
Yeah, or it just sucks when you go. Anyway. It's just an hour trip,
You can't hide that though from the family. They know you've been gone for an hour.
I know. I'm going real quick. I do have a BP right down the street, so if I want an energy drink or something like that, I can do that. But that's the thing. I mean, look, you make choices, right? Like we want to be out here.
Mm-hmm.
I want a homestead. Like I got 5.5 acres.
Yeah.
And like my neighbor, even though they're probably, I don't know, 1,500 feet from me, something like that, 1,000 feet, their house, but he has 11.5 and I got 5.5. And like then, and I'm on 35 acres. So behind me, there's nothing for another 30 acres of space. So like, that's the thing. And we want this. So you got to take the good with the bad. It's like, if you live near everything, you got a little tiny yard and everybody's right next to you and all that. Like when we lived in Florida, our Florida house is in Hollywood, Florida, and we loved the house. It was gorgeous. I had a beautiful pool, everything. Fruit trees, the whole thing, mango tree and papaya and all kinds of stuff. But literally at night, if my neighbor, we're laying in our bedroom and my neighbor would sneeze and I could say, bless you, they're outside. It's like we were literally 15 feet away from their house, like our houses. So as gorgeous as it was and as everything was within 5 minutes, everything.
Yeah.
And it's like, so it's a pain in the ass to live this far. I'll tell you that. Gas, you get everything delivered.
Well, I would just when you do go shopping in the big Walmart or supermarket, you make it count. Like you got to load up and get everything.
Right. Like if we head to Charlottesville's about 35, depending, I'd say about just a little over a half hour to get to Charlottesville proper. And then when we go there, it's like, okay, we're stopping here. We're Trader Joe's, Costco, everything. You know, we're getting it all done in one spot.
Yeah.
Where in Hollywood, Florida was I, Frank? Plunkett Street? Oh, well, I lived in Hollywood Hills. It's funny that they call it that because there are no hills in Hollywood, Florida. We were on Jackson Street. 4920 Jackson Street. 4920 Jackson Street. That's how I teach my kids their address. I make them make a song, you know? So, yeah, we lived in Jackson Street, a couple blocks from Hollywood Boulevard. I loved that house. That house was fantastic. But again, you know, I'd be sitting in traffic less than 5 minutes from my house. Oh, my God. All right. Done, man. Is that a penalty?
Pass interference. Done.
Now, Marshall, if we are playing prevent, terrible holding. What is that, Dunn? He's got his hand wrapped, like pulling on his shoulder pads. Like, what is that? Why are we in prevent defense? We're up a touchdown with 9 minutes left in the third quarter.
I don't get it.
I'm going back to New York soon. I want to meet up with. Well, where are you going? You're in Virginia. Where are you? Thank you. You put a couple sweeteners in there. Thank you.
Touchdown.
First and goal. Let's see what happens here. Nathan Shepard. Nope, that's a touchdown. Now, who was the defensive lineman there? Nathan Shepard was there. He's saying no. He's making a case. Tanzel Smart, Nathan Shepard.
Jermaine Johnson.
I want to watch this. Let's see. Michael Clemens had a little bit of push. No, he scored. What are you complaining about? Yep. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Hey, Rivka's here. What's up, Rivka? How you doing? In general, refs call pass interference way too much on uncatchable balls, like unless it's 20 feet over guys' head. Yeah, I actually agree with that. I you know, honestly, between us here, a little group of friends, I started thinking that's like they don't even consider uncatchable balls anymore. It's just like if it's pass interference, they just call it. When sometimes it's literally, right, it's 8 yards out of bounds and they're calling pass interference. Now, holding's different. But yeah, I agree with that statement. Now, Rivka, just so everybody knows, Rivka won the big contest on Jets Chaos's channel to get 1 year of Tier 3 membership to the Beanbaggers, which next week we are kicking it all into gear. Actually, Wednesday, we have our first classic game watch party of this season, let's call it. So, Rivka, I'll make sure that you have the information for that. We're still setting you all up and all that jazz. But, yeah, we'll make sure that you have an in on that so you have the keys to get in the same room we're all in, and we're going to watch a classic Jets game together. It's a good time. If you guys would...
She just has to verify the email. I set up the account, and it sent her an email. She has to open it up and verify it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations anyway, Rivka, no matter how you slice it. We'll get you the info, and it'll be fun. Glad to have you aboard. So she says she's nervous they're going to get shredded to pieces next week or in game one. I know. I hear you. Yeah, right. Maybe they're actually practicing prevent, which in my opinion, you should never even use. Never. Just play. Just play defensive football. If it's been working all game, do it again and beat them. You're in Virginia Beach. That's about 3.5 hours from me, though, Cardozo. It's far. It's far, buddy.
It's a big state.
It is. It's a big state. I'm like toward the western side of the state. I'm in the mountains. Or I'm not really in the mountains, but I'm very close to them. Right. We're still winning this game. It's going to be funny. Phil Adams said he spent New Year's Eve at the Hard Rock in Hollywood. Now, Phil, was that before it was a guitar hotel? Have you guys seen what they did there? Literally, the hotel is a Gibson Les Paul. just in going into the sky. Have you seen that, Jeremy?
I have not seen it. That's insane.
Here, I'll show you guys right now while we're in commercial. This is me flying over it. Here you go. Show this guy.
The guy just got nervous for the first time, yeah? No need.
There's the stadium.
There's the stadium. There's Hard Rock Stadium, everybody.
There it is. Look at that, Jeremy. You see it? That's the hotel. Pretty crazy, isn't it?
Cool as hell.
Could you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Did you love it?
That was cool as hell. I'd love to
Did you really love it?
I want to stay in it.
Yeah. That was good. So anyway, that's what they did down there.
I want to stay in it, and I want to collect every morning. I want to collect the amenities, the little soaps and the little things of lotion, and put it in my suitcase.
Right. Why not? Yeah, what's Walton's Mountain? You mean like the Waltons? Is that what you're saying? So what do you guys think of Ty Johnson still being out there? What are they doing with him?
What?
Like, why not Perine? Perine had a good game when they put him in. What are they doing with Ty Johnson? Do you think maybe they're trying to showcase him?
Maybe. No one's given anything for him, I don't think.
Lawrence Cage. Oh, come on, Cager. You got to get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jay Forbes wants to know why I live in Virginia and not Jersey. Well, excuse me. There are myriad reasons. Not least of which is the price, the cost of living in New Jersey.
Ooh.
I don't like it. I don't like walking to the beach and having to pay $10 to put my feet in the sand. I don't like that.
Got it. He got it.
All right, come on. Let's go.
Was that P. Ryan who got it? Who got that?
No, I think it's Ty Johnson again. Yeah, Ty Johnson. But the truth is, too, Jay, is while I have love for the tri-state area up there, we like the mountains. My wife's family is from this area for hundreds of years. This has been their home base, her maternal side. So when we left Florida, we lived in Florida for 15 years together. I met my wife and had kids down there and the whole thing.
Ooh,
So when we were leaving Florida, all right, let me watch this play. Oh, wait, that was Bam Knight. That wasn't Ty Johnson.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought it was 25, not 35.
Did you see
Mims
the
again?
Yep.
Let's get a first-round pick for Mims. Let's do it.
How about let's just play him?
Yeah, that's what they should be doing. Just play Mims. Imagine if you actually used him for a whole game, like toward the end of the season last year. Why isn't he out there just the whole game?
He's having a great game right now. I mean, he's doing everything.
Him, Yeboah, Pierschbacher, Westco.
There's Knight again.
There he is. Little 5-yarder. I love it. I love it.
He needs to make the team. I'm telling you.
Yeah. So just to close that, Jay, because we left Florida. We wanted to be in the mountains. The cost of living significantly better. And when I go to New Jersey, I'm a different person. I get all jammed up real quick. I become, what's the word I'm looking for? Asshole.
Asshole.
A tune. Air Bradigan.
Bradigan. Yeboah's getting a nice, good amount of time.
Yeah, that's good to see.
Night, yeah, nice.
Now I don't know what their plan. That's going to be a very interesting position group to take a look at. Like, what are their plans with the tight end room? I mean, they added 3 new tight ends this offseason. Well, 4 if you add Cager. So they added 4 tight ends to Westco and Yeboah.
Fell down.
You're ahead of me now, and you're killing me.
Really? What the hell? Tell me when you see it.
What, the run?
Yeah. Did it happen
Yeah.
yet?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yes.
Okay.
Watching the replay.
Now you're ahead of me.
No, see, no, that's Ty Johnson. 25 is Ty Johnson. It's confusing us because it's hard to see the 3 or the 2. But
Right.
Bam Knight was running, but that run was Ty Johnson, and he's a failure.
He's a failure.
He failed.
He's a failure. What do we got back there now? That's Ty.
4th
again,
and
right?
1. Let's go. They're going to stop us. Go get it. Ty Johnson sucks.
Oh, he is the worst.
Dude. Come on, Ty Johnson.
He's the worst. He's so bad. I can't wait till he's cut.
It was.
You
Hunter.
spin off. You spin off.
You know what you do? You do what, again, I refer back to my teachings, a little 9 and 10 and 11-year-olds. Right here, you run full speed, no juking and jive, full speed and drive your legs through that's it. You need 1 yard, 3 feet. You have to get 3 feet with a running start. There's no excuse, especially because nobody hit him in the backfield.
So you know what pisses me off is you can't tell me if you watch any of the film from last year and the year before that Perrine doesn't get that first down because he does it every time.
He does, and we're gonna call him Perrine from now on.
Perrine.
Perrine. Now, Perrine is a very consistent running back. Again, I don't make the case that he's a starter in the league or anything, but when you have a running back 3, you want a guy that if they come in, you know what you're getting. It's not feast or famine. He's an average 4 yard. He's a kind of a 4 yard per rushing average, and he's got good soft hands, and he's very, very strong in pass protection. That's all you want for your 3rd running back. And I make the case that he's the best on our team. Now you can make the case of Bam. I don't know. Bam Knight, young, exciting.
Well, whatever it is, it's certainly not Ty Johnson. Like he's got
No, definitely not. Well, he's feast or that's the thing. I mean, he's exciting sometimes when he has the ball in his hands. He had some really fun games last year. But on the other side of that, he's literally crushed games, crushed drives. Now, Rivka's saying she knows I like Perrine, but you never seen it. I made a video on my channel, The Real Michael Perrine, or something like that. Take a look. Again, he only has the most carries he's ever gotten in a game, I think, is 10. So it's hard to, running backs probably more than any other position is really they are subject to how much they are allowed to get into a groove. A lot of running backs get better at the end of the game when they're in their groove. They understand. They have a feel for the game. It's tough when you don't give guys that. That's one of my issues with running back by committee. It's I like the idea of giving the running back the ball 30 times a game, 25 times a game, and let them get into that rhythm. And in the 4th quarter, they're the ones taking over the game because they got the feel for it. They know exactly what's going on. And it's it ends up being positive. But Perrine is much better than people give him credit for. Now, again, I'm not making the case that he's the next Barry Sanders, but he's a type of guy you want on the team. And he does have the ability to have those games where he can break it. All right, come on.
What are you seeing?
It was a little pass to Bachman.
Okay. You're a tiny bit ahead now. I can't match it up with you very well.
Steven, but our backups have dominated the last 2 weeks. It's okay. It's okay. We've looked really good.
Look, this was the better scenario. Our starters and number 2s.
Right.
Without that interception touchdown, without that pick 6, 17-3.
Yeah.
Still 17-10, even with the pick.
It's 17. No. It's 17-17. It's 17 up.
No. I'm saying the first half, though. In the first half, when our starters and number 2s were in, we outplayed the hell out of them.
Yeah, and that's just like you said, that's the optimal scenario. Having a terrible first quarter with your starters and then coming in with your 4s and beating them It's like there's positive there, but that's not what you really want. You want to see your first team offense come out, and defense for that matter, and actually look okay. Yep, look at that. Look at that draft class, everybody. Looks pretty good to me.
What's the other team going to do when we have Sauce Gardner the whole game?
Yeah, Eric is saying, decisions will be made based on this game for the bottom of the tight end and H-back. Yabo and Cage are out there together, seeing them switch between Johnson and Knight. Yeah, I agree. He's like, let's see. I want to see what last little bit of juice do they have in the tank? What do they got? All right. See, it's going to get really interesting. Look at Shepard, man. He's just such a schlub. He doesn't do anything. He just doesn't do it.
It's if he makes this team and they cut a guy like Smart or Bradley and I, I'm going to be so pissed.
Yeah. Or like Jonathan Marshall, right? Jonathan Marshall has more upside than Nathan Shepard.
Of course. Shepard, we know stinks.
Yeah. So it's going to get real interesting with the running back thing when we start adding fullback to the mix. I mean, do they really want to insist on having a fullback? Bawden, and then you got maybe the hybrid Trevon Wesco, tight end fullback thing. But I don't know. Like, do you lose a guy like Bam Knight or LaMichael Piron or whoever it is on the bottom end that would be staying for a fullback? How much? And we haven't seen much usage of the fullback in the preseason. We've seen none.
None. I haven't heard Nick Bawden's name called all summer or spring.
Yeah, it's interesting. I wonder because, they are known. This offense is known for utilization of a fullback. But again, it's the same thing that you just said. We haven't seen or heard anything about fullback all off season. Yeah, they're just driving on us now.
Well, we're not playing.
Yeah, they're just driving.
But a lot of these guys are getting cut.
Nick W., I don't think we can keep a fullback with 3 tight ends. I know. And look, a lot of us are saying 4 tight ends. You know what I mean? So how do you keep 4 tight ends and a fullback who's not going to play tight end? Like the argument for Wesco at least has that validity to it that he could be the 4th tight end and the fullback. But that's not the fullback you want. You want Bawden. If you're going to have a fullback, you want Nick Bawden. That's who you want. So I don't know. It's going to be weird. Jets Forever chiming in. He says 3 quarterbacks, 4 running backs, 4 tight ends, 6 wide receivers, 9 offensive linemen. Wow, 9 defensive linemen. I think there's going to be at least 10. 5 linebackers, 6 cornerbacks, 4 safeties, 3 specials. It's not hard. Well, it is hard if you have strengths in other areas. Like, so for example, if the 10th defensive lineman is significantly better than your 4th tight end, for just as an example, you don't keep the shitty tight end over the really strong defensive lineman. You don't do that. That's fool's gold.
How do you keep 9 defensive linemen when you do an 8-man rotation and then you have 1 guy outside of that rotation and that's it?
Well, he would rotate too. I know that's the thing. So if there's an injury, you're in trouble. I think they're going to keep 10 defensive linemen. I really do. Now, the 9 offensive linemen, I've thought about that too, Jets Forever. I'm thinking that they might want to keep 10 offensive linemen too. I mean, we get banged up on the offensive line. I mean, maybe not, but I think, it's one of the things I've contemplated. It's interesting. Jets Forever wants to cut Shepard, Solomon, Rankin, Zuniga, Smart, and Curry. Yeah. Now, I don't see Solomon Thomas getting cut. I think they brought him on here specifically to kind of, help with the history he has with Salah. That's what I think. But Rankins, he has not looked good, man. And he's got, $3 million he costs? Shepard, again, like Jeremy said earlier, if he makes the team, something smells. Something stinks. Like we're giving guys preferential treatment. And I don't like that. Best guys play. That's it. You give them equal opportunity, and the best guy plays. That's what I think. Now, Famous Jay says he thinks they're going to go with one running back, no fullback. So you think, I mean, obviously you're not saying keep one running back, but you think that we're going to be running 11 personnel.
11, 12, 13.
Yeah, one running back. Right, you can run a 12, but I don't know, man. Look, to be honest, I would let the fullback position go. That's me. I would just say it's not worth it. I have too much talent in the two other groups, the running back, the halfbacks, and the tight ends. There's too much talent there for me to keep and force feed a fullback in there. But we know that this offense loves fullbacks. And you saw what LaFleur tried to force feed us last year. Remember, he was running 12, 22 until the, first 4, 5, 6 games of the season. Now, OG and friend says drop West Coast. What do you got? What
You
happened?
didn't see it?
No.
Okay, tell me when you catch that.
Touchdown?
Just tell me when you see it.
Oh, look at that. Yep, touchdown. Nice and easy. That was one of the easiest drives I've ever seen.
Yeah. We didn't play. I mean,
No, that was terrible. That was terrible.
Is it just to annoy us so we have to hear Giant fans now? Is that why they're doing this?
I know that's the other thing. It's like it's really the least important aspect of this. But can we please just beat the Giants? Come on, just hold it together. We had a good game. We looked better than them most of the game. Can we just squeak it out? I mean, you still got the whole fourth quarter left. We got Strevler, so who knows what he'll put together for us. You know what I mean? Jelly beans?
Yep. Who is that? 31. I recognize that name, that number.
And Marshall says, who was it? What number?
31. It's not Cromartie.
No, it's not. Who is it? 31. I'm telling you, I'm smeared all over the place with our numbers right now.
I think it's
It's gonna
Wild
take me a
Goose.
minute.
I think it's Wild Goose.
Wild Goose?
I think so.
So Marshall says no draft picks are getting cut. I agree, except if you're talking about the 2020 draft class. And maybe Jonathan Marshall being a 2021 draft.
Yeah.
He's the last pick in the 2021 draft. Not applying this to the undrafted free agents. But I think that if they are not going to cut Nathan Shepard and Sheldon Rankins and Solomon Thomas and those guys, then Jonathan Marshall may be the odd man out. Sad to say. But
this is Jonathan Marshall. He's on the sideline with his cell phone watching the stream.
Oh, look at that. And so, yeah, he's kind of reassuring himself. It's like, no, I'm a draft pick. I'm safe. Yeah, right, FOC. Look, that drive, it looked like nobody wants to make the team. And what sucks is guys like Nasruddin and Nathan Shepard, like they're out there. The fact that Nathan Shepard is playing almost the whole game tells me that they are truly evaluating him. They're saying, dude, you need to step it up. And if you can't, think about this, Jeremy. Nathan Shepard, who is vying for a position in the rotation to be part of an actual game plan on the defensive line, which is supposedly our strength. If you can't go out there against third stringers and dominate, then you don't belong in it, man. That's how I see it.
Definitely not. He should be completely dominating these guys. And he's not. He's standing above the tackle, looking down at the pile every play.
The most energy I saw from him all game was when he was arguing with the referee that it wasn't a touchdown when it was. That was the most energy. Knobcraft saying fullbacks are obsolete. In many respects, they are, but you see what Kyle Shanahan does with one man.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, when the Jets had Richie Anderson and Gerald Sowell, And Brad Baxter before that, we used fullbacks to fantastic effect. It all depends on the skill set, right? And what kind of fullbacks. Even Rex Ryan with Tony Richardson. Tony Richardson was a fantastic part of our offense.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, Hunter. It's like, technically speaking, do we really care? No. But it'd be nice. What's Joe Douglas saying? Jets no better than the Giants this game. Sure they did.
Yeah.
I disagree, Mo. The Jets did look better.
White's still in there.
Really? Why? Irvin Charles, yet again, looking lights out. I know. I got to tell you something, and I mean this sincerely. Mike White gave us probably our most exciting game last year. Now, you can argue that the Titans game was, and it was, but a fantastic game, 405 yards or whatever it was. He even came out in the Colts game and looked really good till he got hurt, threw that touchdown to Elijah Moore. But he's $2.5 million right now. And he does not look good. He does not look good. Yeah, in the beginning of this game, maybe a little bit, but he doesn't look good. Why are we going to keep him over a guy with upside like Strevler? I don't know. There's got to be that discussion.
You'd think. Not good for Ty Johnson to be out there in the fourth quarter.
Right. Who's starting at center right now? Is that still Pierschbacher? Nice pass. There you go.
Short of the first down.
Yep. There you go. Nice play design. Well, that's the thing. It's like, that's essentially a check down.
Look at Mims. Punt coverage.
Wait, listen, they're talking about Mims right now. Hold on. Yeah, that's it, Joe. Say it.
Yep.
Say it. Yeah.
There's the man.
Yeah.
The man that made us.
I know. It was a weak punt, by the way, everybody. I didn't like that punt. Braden Mann, come on, dude. What's the story with him?
He kicked that other one into the end zone. He's got to, he's can't be too comfortable. You got to be like still always earning your job when you're a punter.
Hey, at least we didn't go and pick that guy Matareza, all that jazz.
Oh,
Holy macaroni. Holy macaroni.
Not a good look.
Yeah, and the whole thing with Braden Mann, I mean, he's looked really good at times, but like somebody said, it's the inconsistency. But what they really loved about him was his ability to control where the punt landed. He was able to do that, pin teams back, get them within the 5-yard line. And he's struggled with that. He struggled. Sherb says, true, Green Bean. Thank you. I wish I knew what you were referencing. It's like, you know what it is? It's like writing a phone number down on a piece of paper without putting the name on it. And then 3 days later, you're like, whose number is this? You know what I mean? It's like that. I don't know what it is. I know. Well, let's see if he's guilty, right? I mean, but if that is, he's done. If that is real, he is done, and rightfully so. Because that's some horse shit.
Yeah.
That's terrible. And what I saw something, now I don't know how real this is, but I saw something that the Bills were aware of the potential, like that was out there, and they made the choice. That's not good. I find that hard to believe, and I don't know if that's accurate. Like if they chose like to roll the dice on his talent and instead, but I don't know.
It's going to be it's a rough case because it's a civil case now. The fact that there was no prosecution at all, he was never arrested, like makes you think it's a he said, she said, because there's obviously no evidence because nothing was pursued. So it's going to be strange.
But that's tough. You got to remember that, for many, many years, people who came out with that stuff, they get attacked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's scary. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I understand. I mean, I've dealt with a lot of that in my career. You know what I mean? Lots of that stuff.
No, absolutely.
Like, the trauma associated with that kind of stuff, and people who've never pressed charges and because they were afraid or whatever. And I don't want to get too deep into it, but
she said something. This is not a delay. She said something the next day. The college campus just didn't do anything.
Yeah, look at Clemens, and who's that? Jonathan. That was Nathan Shepard that made the tackle. Michael Clemens is something. So she said something the next day in the college.
She told people the next day. It wasn't like months later. The next day she reported it.
Wow. So then you got to look at the college. The college doesn't want to lose their. Oh, come on with that, Ashton Davis. Dude, you got to make those tackles and those opportunities when somebody's looking this way and you're zeroing in. You get to lay your shoulder pad in his ribs and pick up his legs and drive. You got to be able to do that. The way to do that is to tackle with your head up and your arms out. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Why can't these guys do this?
It's crazy.
Iowa, how can Michael Clemens' picture look even more intimidating than he doesn't?
Look at him. He's scary. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes.
That's good, Mark.
Was that him or Huff?
That's Huff. 47 is Huff.
Yeah.
Nice. Good pressure.
Yeah.
Mark Riz says Michael Clemens hunts down Danny Glover and Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's the predator. Yeah, I'm with you, Rick. I don't think they're going to do anything with Mims. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think they're going to just take whatever they can get. He's talented, man. You get something for him or you leave him sitting on the back end of your roster. We're one injury away from needing him.
You leave him be.
And I'd rather him come in than Tariq Black, DJ Montgomery, even though he's not there anymore. But any of those types of guys.
At the end zone. Touchback.
Oh, there you go.
That punter look at his hair. Wow.
Oh my God, look at him. He makes Conklin look like he's got short hair. All right, Jeremy, during commercial, I'll be right back. I'm going to go use the facilities. I'll be right back.
All right. Hello, chat. Let me open you up again and see what you're saying. I've been trying to avoid spoilers, so I've been ignoring all of you. Let's go on to the bottom. Oh, wow. Wow. I'm going to be going forever here. Anyway, yeah, their punter looks like Rambo a little bit, with the long hair and stuff. It looks like a rocker. Like after the game, after he's punting, he grabs his little amplifier. He goes down into the city by the Lincoln Tunnel, finds one of those live music bars. Maybe goes into the Village on Bleecker Street, joins his band. Why not? I mean, you're a punter. You have time to be on a band if you're a punter. Do you really have to be in camp with the other guys? You can't just show up each week. Like, take responsibility to be ready. Keep your, scratch, do what you got to do. Chaos. You want Strev in the game? I wouldn't mind seeing Strev learn the game. I really don't care at this point. The only thing left that I care about in this game is that I don't want to hear it from Giant fans because they're desperate and they'll take any opportunity they can to think they have a leg up on us and that's the only reason I care about this game at this point. But I wouldn't mind seeing Strevler again. He's fun to watch.
Wasn't Strevler just in that drive or no? Or isn't he in now, I mean? Yeah, Marshall seems to think so. Marshall said it was a nice pass from Strevler to Mims. Maybe they're just ahead of us and we don't know what the hell's happening.
Oh, they're ahead of us.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Klecko! What, is he at the game? What's going on? Somebody talk to me. There he is, Joe Klecko. Dude, they're putting him in this year. I'm telling you. I can feel it. And we're going to get Revis in as a first ballot next year. Can you imagine?
What Hawk is talking about?
What's that?
No, I think I shaked my computer or something, like I was tumbling my computer. So he's accusing me of something else.
And you were like, yeah, okay.
Are we going to go to the Hall of Fame if Revis and Klecko are getting in? Are we all going to?
Oh, yeah, we got to figure that out for sure. Yeah, we got to figure that out.
It's a nice pass by Strevler right there. To Mims.
Great catch. Think that's what Marshall was talking about, baby. Yeah, there you go. 12-year NFL career, 2-time first-team All-Pro selects. But think about it. Not just 2 first-team All-Pro. 2 first-team All-Pro at different positions and a second-team All-Pro at yet another position. Say it right. It's time, NFL. It's time. Yeah, they are holding Mims.
I think something bad's going to happen.
All right, let's see here.
That was a first down. Forward momentum.
Bam Knight with the first.
Bam Knight. Much better than Ty Johnson. And we didn't get to see P. Ryan today. It's weird.
I know. What is it? They did this to him last year, too. It's like, that's what I mean. Like, I'm trying to give this staff all the benefit of the doubt that I can muster. But I don't understand certain things. Like, I don't know. Granted, I don't have the information, but a lot of the stuff out there, I find it difficult to swallow. I'm like, why? Not preseason. They can do whatever the hell they want. But these guys that are healthy scratches and the guys that they use over them, it baffles me.
Flag.
Yeah, Mims was held.
Yeah. That's the only way to stop Mims is to hold him.
That's right. So Owen says, is it safe to say our coaching staff completely failed Mims? Now, I don't know, but that's the side of it that I lean toward. I lean toward that. Like, we failed. They came in, they made it harder for him than it needed to be. Then they gave him friggin' salmon. Look at that. Yep. He would have been wide open and caught that too. Hold all day long. Ding, 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 ding.
Are you watching Mims right now?
I'm at 10:13. Mims is jogging across the field.
Okay. You're like a second behind me. Okay.
10:13. Yeah, 19 seconds left on the play clock. 17.
Oh, there's
16.
our boy again.
Yep, there you go.
1, 2, 3. Hit play.
Oh, he got hurt. Something happened.
Uh-oh. He's jogging though. He's fine.
Yeah, he pointed to his helmet. Maybe he lost his mouthpiece. I don't know.
He's having a great game, Mims. He's doing fine. He's catching everything.
Yep. And that's the thing. Like, when people talk about his drops or his penalties, who's that?
Ruckert.
There you go. It's nice to see Jeremy Ruckert out there.
Any reps he gets are positive for Ruckert, right?
Totally, I agree. I agree. I have such high hopes for Jeremy Ruckert, man. I really do.
Jeremy Ruckert.
But let's see. I was going to say something, but I forget. He's back on the field. Yeah, the thing with Mims, man, is like, what they did with him last year is they would put him in for a couple of plays, and if he made a mistake, they took him out. instead of just leaving
Oh,
him in. Look at this guy. Oh, who's that?
Bam Knight.
Oh,
Bam Knight. He's
there
got
in
to
the
make the
middle.
team.
35.
gotta make the team.
There you go. It's good.
He's been doing it all camp.
Yeah, Radovan, I don't think it's that. I just think you have to factor it in. He lost 20 pounds because of it. So there are varying degrees. I had food poisoning just the other day. It kicked my ass. I'm still not right. But sometimes you puke for a day and it's done, and sometimes it's worse. He lost 20 pounds. So you got to factor that in. And he had COVID. So, I don't know. If you want to exclude those things, it's fine. But I think more so than that, I think the coaching staff made it harder for him to succeed than needed to be. That's my thought.
P. Ryan's in.
Yay. Was that him on that 4-yard loss?
Yeah.
Yeah, now they get him an average. Look at him. He sucks. He sucks. 7:44 left. Streveler in a similar position that he's been in all preseason, trying to bring the Jets back. 2nd and 11. We're in my world over here. Oh, and there's a timeout or something. Okay. How do you lose 20 pounds from food poisoning? I don't know. There are varying degrees. If you're puking if whatever it is, maybe he had maybe it was like more than just food poisoning. Maybe it was a bug, a virus. Who knows what it is? But that's the report. He lost 20 pounds. Again, it's a funny thing, guys, because just to remind everybody, all the issues that we're throwing on top of Denzel Mims, that he's unintelligent, he can't absorb the offense, he's aloof, never has that been attributed to him. Never. All of a sudden, last year, he gets with this coaching staff, and that's what we see in here. It's like, I don't know. And they would put him, think about it, week 1, they kept him out the whole game. They put him in the end of the game. They put him in for 3 plays. He had 1 catch, 40 yards. Then they scratched him for 2 weeks. They put him in a game after that. He had 3 catches, 36 yards. Like, we forget about all that. Like, it's just, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. But again, these things that we're now labeling him with, it was never a knock on him. All of a sudden, this is like very real. He's this, he's that. Never before. Oh, dude. Okay. I'm on a friggin' commercial. I see it. Do you see it, Jeremy?
Yeah.
Don't look. You saw it?
I saw it. Exactly. I thought they were messing with us at first.
See, Ribga has an experience with food poisoning. No, that's the thing. It's like, it's all different. Like, sometimes it's nothing. I've gotten food poisoning. We're just like, you go home, you throw up, you go to sleep and you're fine the next day. I've had that. I've had food poisoning where, 2 days you're not right. Like, again, I'm not 100%. I had food poisoning on Tuesday last week and I'm fine, but my appetite's off. Like, everything's weird. I feel like sour. Like, nothing is, attractive as far as, like, nothing's appetizing for me. I just feel kind of yucky. Come on, show us the thing everybody's talking about in the chat. We still haven't seen it. I'm dying.
I don't care about Hyundai.
I know. Who cares?
2.99% financing.
Look at this guy. I just got rid of my truck, Jeremy, as you know.
Yeah.
I sold my amazing Dodge Ram 2500 Cummins turbo diesel, and I got a Hyundai Santa Fe.
5 receptions, 60 yards.
All right, let's look here. Here it comes.
Nah, we can't use him. We can't
He's
use
showing
him.
everybody. He's like, that's what I'm talking about.
Cut him. He's garbage.
He's garbage. He sucks. It's just crazy. Leave him out there and throw him the ball. And this is what happens. And this staff, for some reason, can't figure that out. They don't like him. He's got to learn 3 different positions first. Really?
I like what Salty Nulty is saying. He's looking
What's
like
he
the
saying?
season 1 Mims.
Yeah. Such great catches. I know I got to change the, we'll see if he gets traded. The Jetnation intro is in large part Mims catches. I just took a clip of something, but look, he's being held, interfered with.
Oh, contested catches. Come on. They've got to be able to use them.
Free Mims. Look at everybody walking over in solidarity, saying, that's right, buddy. That's right. Show this team. And even if that's like, dude, another team, like, for example, like the Niners, or, bad example, because they like similar players as the Jets, but like the Kansas City Chiefs, or like, any of these good offense, like the Rams, dude, they look at this guy and say, are you kidding me? Of course I want him.
Yeah.
Of course. He has rare attributes. It's just crazy, man. 6'3" and is still running sub 4.4. And he catches, dude. He's got 5 drops in 3 years. You know what I mean? It might even be less. I think it's 4. 4 drops in 3 years.
Look, no matter how you cut it, at the end of the day, it's just last year, for whatever reason, was an awful year in his life.
Right.
Every other year in his life as a football player has been successful.
Yep. And that's why it surprised me as a fan base. Like this, it's new. Like, obviously, I've been a Jets fan a long time. I've been online as a Jets fan a long time. And we're eccentric. We're weird. We're a tough base. We really are. But as far as the hate for Mims, like, I've never really seen anything like it. It's like the guy's allowed to have a down year. Like, I don't know.
Look at him.
That's right.
I haven't seen him that happy in a long time.
Yeah, Dable's like, I'll trade for him. He'd be the best wide receiver on my team. And look at everybody coming over. That's right. I just want to keep him.
Yeah, me too.
Right. Phil says 3 first-round picks for Mimsy and Rising. There it is. That's right. He's first-round talent.
If Corey Davis was to get hurt during the year, who do you think's coming in his place?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Just let it play out. So what? His agent wants to trade. So what? Let him get his 40 catches this year for 450, 500 yards, a couple touchdowns, and then next year he starts. That's what you do. It'll be a contract year. You got him at the right time. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then he plays his ass off to get that contract, and then you have a decision whether you pay him or not.
He literally may have just went from a 6th round offers to 4th round offers, though. For real. He may have upped his offer level as far as what we can get for him by 2 rounds because of this game. It's funny.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I never subscribed to the idea like 5th or 6th for Denzel Mims. I know a lot of people do, but I think that's crazy. And if that's what's being offered, you don't take it. Say, no, he's more valuable as the reserve. I know. Yeah. Vafadused. Salah's like, that's right. Then yeah, shut up, dude. You're the one who did this.
You're the one that killed him.
You and little LaFleur.
Killed him.
What's not happening, Hennessy? What'd I say? 3 firsts for Mims? I know that's not happening. That's Phil playing games. And what I would like to see happen is Denzel Mims stays right where he is. And, look, obviously we're not rooting for any injuries. I'd love to make it through the season with the whole wide receiver core intact. But if an injury happens, you got him. And you factor him in for, enough plays that he gets 30 to 40 catches, proves himself to you, to the staff. And then next year, if they want to move on from Corey Davis, the guy's already here. Now he's got year 3 in the offense. Look at this. Holy shit. What a catch.
Who was that?
And Isaiah Dunn was draped all over him too, man.
That's a hell of a catch.
Look at that. Dude, you want to talk about interference? I'm surprised he didn't get called. Look at him. His hands are wrapped around him.
Yep.
That's the other thing, Piddly Poo. Don't forget. You want to get rid of assets that you can't use. Again, now, if we can get a legitimate swing tackle, okay, that may be more valuable. If you could do that. But getting a 4th, 5th, 6th round pick next year, what the hell good does that do? We want to compete. Wild Goose, that's a done. Maybe you're ahead of me, though. Wild Goose has looked pretty good this preseason. I'm not the biggest Wild Goose fan, but other than the name, it's fun to say.
Nice
DQ
play,
Thomas.
53. Thomas.
DQ Thomas, yeah.
I like him.
Do you?
Well, there's no room on the team for him, but
no, he's got to go. That's one of the guys, when they make cuts, it's like the last cuts outside of maybe Elijah Riley, or everybody's like, who? I didn't even know those guys were on the team.
But that guy is a guy, if he was a star, I'd have a thing. I'd be eating like Dairy Queen ice cream every time he did something.
Damn, Wild Goose.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's what Jets Forever was talking about. There it is. Yeah, I'm really curious to see what Corey Davis actually can do this year. Now, obviously, we got to figure out our quarterback situation. How long is Zach really out? Because I'm really nervous, if I'm being honest, about how much time it's going to take Zach to kind of settle back in. I'm nervous about this. Like, it sucks. It sucks that this is what we're dealing with. But let's say even Flacco's in there for a couple weeks to give Zach enough time to kind of, make sure he's back in the swing and all that jazz.
Oh.
But I'm really curious to see what Corey Davis actually can do. Is he going to have the drops? Is he going to have the fumbles? Last year was ugly. Last year was ugly, man. And I'm not on the, burn Corey Davis at the stake kind of a thing. And some people want to get rid of him. I'm not there. At the same time, I'm not in love with them. I just don't trust them. You know what I mean, Jeremy? I don't feel confident in Corey Davis. I'm nervous. Come on, make some tackles.
It's funny. I actually feel better about Corey Davis now that Elijah Moore's looking and Garrett Wilson are looking so good, because I'm thinking, well, if we have to, he's very digestible as a wide receiver 3. Like, if Garrett Wilson starts going crazy and Elijah Moore's a solid number 1 and explodes this year, then Corey Davis is fine for the time being. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you certainly can't rely on him to be the WR1. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think that's well said. And even if he's a decoy or whatever, still can be effective. But yeah, I don't trust him in that role. Now, Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore's hands, I trust, even though, Moore had his drops last year. But I don't know. It's just, again, I'm rooting for him 100%. I really am. But I don't feel confident in him. Like I said, and maybe not, maybe Elijah Moore rises as wide receiver 1 and Corey Davis is kind of an also-ran, gets his 3, 4, 5 catches a game. Fine. But I don't know. He scarred me last year, man. Remember, 2 of those picks hit Corey Davis's hands first.
Mm-hmm.
Just telling you. What's this? Hennessy says Corey Davis only scored 2 touchdowns in his first game as a Jet. Yeah, that was fun. And then he had the the big play, the Zach Wilson sending him to the deep.
Yeah,
that was fun. That was about as fun as football gets.
Look, he's good. He just can't have those drops. That's all.
Right.
There you go.
DQ
Stop
Thomas,
the screen. That was the only issue, was the drops. He had a lot of great, a lot of good plays, a lot of big plays.
So Hennessy trying to, pull the rug out from under you. So you think Mims is going to do that on starting defense? He did that against starting defenses.
Yeah, like what are you talking about?
He's already done it, man. He's already done it.
He was well covered on that play. The coverage couldn't have been better. He just made a great play.
Yeah. I mean, look, catches, when somebody throws you the ball, catching it is catching it. Now, getting open is a whole different thing, but he's already done it against starting defenses in the NFL. He's already done it. Had some beautiful catches his rookie year. Gorgeroon. Gorgeous.
Huff.
Bryce Huff, huh? Let's see. Great defense, VR Hidalgo. Let me see. I know they really like Huff, Rivka. They really do. And I think for good reason. Again, the first preseason game, we had 5 sacks, and Tanzel Smart had a lot of hoopla. Michael Clemens had some hoopla. Bryce Huff was directly responsible for at least 2 of them. He was the pressure that pushed the quarterback out of the pocket into their loving arms. All right, let's watch Bryce Huff here. Bradley and I's in there as well. Can't see Nathan Shepard getting completely stonewalled. Yeah, that was good. All right, Bryce Huff with some really good pressure.
Yeah. Good stuff. I don't care who they're playing against. I'm so tired of it. It's better. What, you'd rather have them not do it? You know what I mean? It makes no sense. It's like, oh, it's against the 3s or the 4s. But would you rather have our guys be quiet and not create pressure against those guys?
Yeah, that's the thing. I know. It's crazy. It's just damned if you do, damned if you don't, Jeremy. That's all it is.
It's just, I guess, I don't understand the negativity. Like, just intense negativity.
Yeah, and it's just, it's like we're just watching football. Like, let's just watch football and root, and let's pretend it's a team that we like.
Yeah.
Pretend it's the Jets playing the Giants and root for them. That's all. It's nice and easy. Yeah. Let's see.
I mean, I usually at least start every season with some hope, rooting for them. I get, obviously in the last 10 years, I've had my negative runs, but it's usually like when they're 1-8 or 1-7. Mm-hmm. It's like they're 2-0 in preseason. They got all these young, great players. It's all this excitement going on. We've turned our roster around. Aren't we allowed to be excited now?
Yeah. Can we be excited? It's like, and the thing is too, is like, we've legitimately brought in a lot of like really exciting talent, and it hasn't been that way, guys. I mean, even the guys that we brought in, like, for example, the Quinnen Williams pick, like, we didn't need a defensive tackle. So like you bring him in and it's like, as much as the player, you might like him, it's like, it didn't make sense. Like what we did for a long time, for at least, for the last 2 years, it's looked like it makes sense. Like, okay, we need this. We're adding to this. We're bringing this to upgrade that. It makes sense. And there's a lot of reason to be excited. The only thing that concerns me, there's really threefold. So it's the coaches. I don't know what to make of them yet. Oh, look at this guy. He's like, oh, boop, 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 beep, boop, boop. Oh, another 4 yards after contact. I love that. I love 4 yards after contact, by the way. It's my favorite thing. I love guys, when the contact's there, they still get 4 yards. I love it. But so you got the coaches and whether or not I'm confident in them. Then you have the offensive line, which has been through, it's just crazy how shuffled it is right now. And I don't appreciate that. But then the other thing is quarterback. Like, I don't know what Zach is, guys. I think he's got all the talent in the world. He's got all the work ethic in the world. It's all there. But I don't know what he is. And that's concerning, and it makes me nervous. You know what I mean, Jeremy? It makes me nervous.
I know what you mean. I want him to work out so bad because all of this is like, takes such a bad hit if he's not the guy.
Right.
Such a huge step backwards.
It really is. Like, think about this. Think about, like, kind of just this scenario. Let's say everything is working. Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore, Breece Hall, AVT, all Michael Carter. They're all working. Sauce Gardner, the free agents, DJ, everything's working. but the quarterback sucks and the head coach sucks. Like those are the two biggest decisions, and they permeate through everything else, and it ruins everything else. But do you make the decision that, hey, that was the first time he got a chance to do that? He's clearly built a strong team, and otherwise, in the rest of the team. Do you give him a chance to pick another head coach and pick another quarterback, or one or the other? Or do you throw the baby out with the bathwater, so to speak, and do you just clean house no matter what's on the team? It's like, it's concerning. That's why I hope we don't have to get there. I hope Robert Saleh, like we come into this season and it all just makes sense. Clearly, this guy's a very, very competent coach.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I want.
It'd be great. We'll just come in and the defense looks like it did in the first half of this game. And we're efficient on offense and able to put up points. And we compete with Baltimore, whether, bring it down to the wire. If we win, great. If we don't, but could walk away and know we were extremely competitive and brought it down to the very end, at least feel like we have a football team.
Yeah, and that's all we're really looking for. Paris says a good team can attract a good head coach. Yeah, I'll tell you what. If Saleh does look like incompetent this year, if he looks like he's just in over his head, I would love to see the Jets go for Sean Payton. That's obviously, I don't even want to get there. I really don't. But, there's a lot of moves that just concern me. That's all. And we don't know yet. Everything could work out and it could all be awesome. Shit. Clearly I'm not right all the time. Let's see what's happening. I see people talking Charles with the heads up play. Let's see what happens. What happens? Who talks like that? Let's see what happens.
Come on, Mimsy. Get open again.
Let's go. Another touchdown from Mimsaroon. Oh, Streveler, look at him. He's running around. He's like, I'm going to do it myself. 8 yards. These guys are way ahead of us.
Way ahead.
We need to keep Strev. I'm with you.
Here we go.
You're gonna ring
Nice
my
pass. Is that
bell.
Ruckert? Is that Ruckert? Yes, it is.
That's Ruckert
Jeremy
for the
Ruckert,
first
down.
Okay. Slago just wants to know what's up. Slago.
Come on, guys. 6
Oh,
yard
what's the
plays aren't
score?
gonna cut it.
There it is, Sluggo. It's 27-24 Giants with 1:30 left. And we're driving. We're on our 34-yard line.
Ooh. Everyone's going to be on Mim's case now.
Yeah, he sucks.
He
Why didn't
sucks.
you get down? Sucks. No, I didn't have. Yep, he didn't have it.
Almost.
You're gonna ring my bell, ring my bell, do do, ding 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 ding. Mims is limping. Somebody said he's hurt. Well, that's not good. That's the last thing we want.
I know.
No matter what.
Oh, good play.
Oh, look at this guy, Irv Charles. I heard about him. There you go.
I heard about
There you go. Irv Charles, I heard about him.
Irv.
Yeah, that was all him. Got to give it to him. Took 3 guys to get him down.
Good getting out of bounds, Ruckert.
That's right. Got 1:09 left.
Why is the clock still ticking? He went out of bounds, didn't he?
Well, Sluggo says that's stripper music I'm singing. Ding, 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 ding. I don't know why that's in my head. How'd that get there, Sluggo? How'd that get
Wow, Mims. Even after being hurt, he's still playing. The
there?
guy's a warrior.
He's an animal.
He's an animal. That should put him over 100 yards for the day receiving.
That's right.
Good route running.
Hands catch. See that, everybody? See how he
Yeah.
perfect form?
Play
He's
through the
limping.
pain, baby. Wow, in a preseason game, they're keeping him in. Even though he's clearly hurt.
But you notice what they're doing too. Like he's got an ankle injury. Why aren't they taking him out?
Oh,
Reserve
listen,
him.
flag.
That's pass interference. There it is. Calvin Jackson's hurt again.
God, that's a game-winning touchdown. If he's without the interference, that's a game-winning touchdown. Don't you think?
It's a tough catch. He would have literally had come over the top. That's tough. Let me see. That's a tough catch.
Yeah.
He wasn't there anyway. I don't think.
But if he wasn't being knocked down, maybe he
Maybe.
is there.
No, not maybe. You're right. Maybe. Streveler the Conqueror.
Who's that? Mims is hurt. Oh no. Well, at least we can keep him on the IR, and then we can keep Jeff Smith and have everybody.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good.
See, but that's the thing. It's like, clearly he made the point. Why are you keeping him out there now? I don't know. I don't understand this staff. I just don't. I don't understand a lot of what they do. Doesn't mean I'm right. Doesn't mean they're wrong. I'm saying I don't.
They tried to let Yeboah be the hero again.
Like preseason, last game for the preseason last year.
Yeah.
That was James Madison or James. What the hell's his name? No, the quarterback. Marshall?
No,
James
that other guy, Morgan.
Morgan. There it is.
James Morgan.
That bastard. Come on, Jets. Oh.
That was
So
Rucker.
it's second and goal. We still got 35 seconds. We got plenty of time. This is good.
Oh, if Rucker makes that play, man.
Yeah, they sent Rucker right for the damn goalpost. You're going to kill him.
It's crazy. Mims is in there again. They're letting him in there, even though he's hurt.
He's out there. I just saw that. He's out there again. What the hell's going on with Mims?
He's demanding it. What do we do? Do we tie it up or do we go for the win?
Oh, we go for the win all day. Go for the win. 27 seconds left. Because there's no overtime. You know what I mean? Just do it. Give your team the opportunity. I know I can't even look at the chat. I'm sorry. I'm ignoring you guys for a minute. I know you guys are ahead. I got to watch this myself.
I know. My biggest
In
fear is
Germany.
my wife's gonna stick her head on the bottom of the staircase and yell up.
And
what
yell
happened.
something. Right.
Yeah. That's my biggest fear.
27 seconds left over here for Jeremy and I. 27-24 New York Giants. 4th and goal. What yard line are we on? Let me see here.
5-yard line, I think. Something like that. Look at Zach. He's smiling.
He's all smiles. He's like, I suck.
Yes!
Oh my
You
God!
got it?
Look at that! Whoa! Look at that!
All right!
Yeah!
All right!
Look at that! Now that's getting open, baby. Look at this. Nick saying it. Duncan saying it. Look at that. With 22 speed. Careful, Jets. There's still 22 seconds left.
Wow.
Knobcraft. Look at everybody. It sucks. Owen's happy. Steven's happy. Duncan. Look at this. Marshall's happy. Hennessy's good. Billy. Look at all these guys. FOC. GB15 or 515. Everybody's happy. This is fantastic. That's right.
Important extra point.
This really is important.
All right. There you go.
Boom. Greg the Leg, our choice at kicker. Streveler is the man. I'm with you, Chris. I mean, dude, we've put him in high, stress situations the whole preseason. He's made good every single week. I agree, Sherb. I gotta say, I mean, I'm not throwing stones at Mike White, but why pay him $2.5 million when this guy looks like a Viking and he keeps winning? Why?
He looks like a Viking.
You know what I mean? Look at that beard. It's awesome. Strebler's unflappable. I'm with you.
You know what's great is it looked like Zach Wilson is sitting in maybe the hangar. I think that's where we're going to be.
Oh, I doubt he's in a very special place. Maybe. Winning is good for the locker room, Alex. The starters played well. Defense looked good with all the starters. Right. It helps them. Now, I just hope they don't go into the season thinking, man, we're 3-0. We're going to kill the Ravens. Like, you got to shake that off.
So, Green Bean, the next time we see the Jets suit up, we're going to be there together.
That's right.
It's crazy.
The next time we see the New York Jets, we will be at the stadium opening day, September 11th, against the Baltimore Ravens. We're going to be watching our team live. It's going to be amazing. So many of you guys are coming. I can't wait to meet all you guys. Guys like Bradigan, guys like Iowa and Harry. So many of you guys. It's going to be great, man. I can't wait. We'll get to tailgate together. Yeah. We'll get to hang out afterwards together. The thing is, you know what? The after thing is tough because if we're losing, nobody wants to hang out after. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Everybody's like, I'm just going to get out of here.
Garrett Ham will be there.
Yeah, there you go. Alex Kushner, we're tailgating with the Jet Lounge. So like O'Leary, Ryan, myself, Let's Talk Jets Radio, Buffalo, Jets media guys, and plenty of others. Obviously, Sack Exchange and the Jet Lounge guys. We're all going to be in the Jet Lounge tailgate. Now, I think that's going to end up being in Lot D. I'm not 100%, but yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. I can't wait.
There's going to be lots of video. Lots of video footage of it.
Lots and lots and lots. Right. VR Hidalgo, can't wait to see you guys on the Cyclone. That's the thing. If you're going to be anywhere in the area the day before the game, so hypothetically you're coming in on Friday for the weekend to go see opening day, you're traveling in, definitely consider meeting us at the Coney Island Cyclone, 11 a.m., September 10th. We are going to meet there and do the world's tallest and fastest Jets chant part 2, where we all ride the Cyclone together as Jets fans, and we do the chant as we crest the first hill. Oh, it's amazing fun. I can't wait. Then we're going to get some good old-fashioned Brooklyn pizza.
Oh,
so if you haven't had real pizza yet, you're going to like it.
L&B, and then some great spumoni.
Oh, spumoni's so good.
Yeah. Oh, I miss that spumoni so much.
Oh, it's so good. Now, and I'll be honest, L&B isn't my favorite pizza in Brooklyn. It's not. But I love it, but it's fantastic. And it's unique too. That's the fun thing about it. It's a unique pie.
Well, it's just very good. It's unique, and it's been exactly the same for 90 years.
Right. And it's fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but I'm a well done round pie guy. Like for a good example is Totono's down the street.
Yeah,
like
love it.
I like that. That's my pizza. Best case scenario, nice and well done. Crust has a little bit of a crunch.
Knocked away. Okay.
There you go.
Away.
The Jets are now undefeated in the preseason. That's a W.
3-0, baby. Ever since this guy at work started putting up the opposing team signs all over my office, we're 3-0.
That's right.
He keeps doing it.
You bastards. Look, you tried to bust his chops all preseason. You were wrong every week. Every week you were wrong. Paris checking. L&B is constantly pumping out fresh pies by the minute. That's the other thing, man, is like, you're not getting pies that are sitting there all day. When you order they grab a pie from the shelf and warm it up. Like, that's not happening. These guys they sell pizza, man. Like, look at Totono's. They only make a certain amount of pizza each day. They walk in, they start the day with as much dough as they're going to make. They make it, they close. If that's 2 p.m., they shut down at 2 p.m. It's crazy. Let's see. Let's not hear any Mims BS. I'm with you, BK Khan or Kyan. You're flying in at one Knobcraft? Well, we'll still be in Brooklyn hanging out. I don't know where you're flying in to. But
What
Brooklyn
time are we
Pizza,
meeting at the Cyclone, Green Bean?
11 a.m.
Okay, because a lot of people have been asking me that. 11 a.m.
11 a.m. I just said it, though.
No.
nobody
I'm
listened.
saying they've been asking me like on my channel, and
Yeah.
I just want to make sure. I keep missing the time because I'm like so
Yeah.
excited that I'm going to be there.
Yeah, it's 11 a.m. We're going to meet at the Cyclone. It opens, and therefore we're going to meet at it 11 a.m. If you get there at 11, there's plenty of parking right next to the Cyclone. An hour later, there's no parking anywhere, and you're going to have to pay for it and all kinds of stuff. So I recommend trying to get there as early as you can. Like I'll probably, hopefully we'll talk, but I like to show up like early. Like let's get there at 10:40. You know what I mean? Let's do it. Get our parking so we're right there. And we'll probably end up riding the Cyclone, maybe 11:30, 12, something like that. Like we'll give people time to get there. It's not exactly an easy trip. Getting to Coney Island can be, can have its difficulties. So anyway, we're not just going to rush it and like 11 a.m. sharp. Like that's not what we're doing. But anyway, it's going to be an absolute blast. There was a shooting in Coney Island today. Ugh, that's not what you want to hear. That's not what you want to hear. The Farah Pizza, you familiar, Jeremy?
Yeah, well, the Farah Pizza was one of the best, like a lot of people have it ranked 1 in Brooklyn. It's famous. Unfortunately, the owner and the guy famous for making the pizzas passed away about 4 or 5 months ago. Now, me and Adam, and we showed video of this, in North Carolina, like the nephew, some family of his, opened up a place called the Farah Pizza Tavern in Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina. And I'm not going to say it was as good as the original, but it's the best pizza I've had outside of New York City. I mean, it was amazing. So
nice. Yeah, I mean, look, I've had good pizza outside of New York. I can't, I'm not that guy. But you just find a greater concentration of really, truly excellent pizza places, and some of them are so good that they're unmatchable. It's just unbelievable. It's really, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
So you're flying into Newark, Knobcraft. Yeah, that's a little. I mean, you can head in, but it's going to take you a minute to get there.
Yeah,
that's right. Feed Mims. I'm with you. What do you guys think about Mims today, guys? What do you guys think? Now, does this increase trade value? I mean, it looks to me like they showcased him. As much as I'd like to think that they're going to keep him, what we saw today was absolutely, without question, a showcase. That's what it was. That's why he was still out there in the fourth. You saw touchdowns. You saw all kinds of different routes. You saw him. You got to see. This was the most we've seen Mims since Salah's been here, which is sad to say. Why didn't we see any of that last year? Why not? Why don't you just leave him out there and throw him the damn ball?
Yeah.
But so one of two things is going to happen. We're going to get the offer that we want for Denzel Mims, which I believe is going to be minimum a third, minimum. That's what I don't think we're taking a fourth or fifth. It's not worth it. You'd rather keep him on the roster. If we don't get that, I think we're going to keep him. And I think there's probably an argument to keep him no matter what you get offered, unless it's obviously a high second or a first or something like that. Yeah, I say it's going to be interesting, but we're not cutting him in the next couple of days. And if we don't trade him right now, I think we're going to keep him. Why the hell wouldn't you, man? Like, what is it? What is it? What did he do? Right? Youth for you. We keep him, right? Mr. Magic's, what's up? He says wide receiver 4. Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Corey Davis gets hurt. We got Mims. It's simple.
It's so simple to me. He's the other guy on the roster with that skill set, even more so than Corey Davis, in my opinion. But that's what it is. Mm-hmm. You keep him. Corey Davis gets dinged up. You got Mims, as opposed to going from Corey Davis all the way down to Tariq Black. You know what I mean? Like, why? Why do that to ourselves? I hate it. Now, Billy, that's the thing. I think, if I'm being real, even though I'm on the side of keeping him, after seeing what we just saw, that was without question a showcase game.
Yeah.
We have not seen Denzel Mims that much in 2 years. So, or, all of last season and then the rest of the preseason. But this was the most that we've seen him, period. So that to me says they're dangling him. They're saying, okay, what do you give us? Now, maybe they get a little bit of a trade battle, because teams that know what they're doing, they know he's rare. He's rare, dude. Now, you might not like his personality, or you think he's aloof or cavalier or whatever the hell the things are. Anybody worth their salt is going to be like, oh yeah, I'll take that. 6'3", 4.38 speed. Yeah, I can do that. I can use him. Catches everything, blocks like an animal. Yeah. There's no hole. So now DMarZ45 says we can't release Trevor. Now, what do you think of that, Jeremy? Mike White cost $2.45694 million against the cap. It's not guaranteed. It's not a guaranteed contract. He's paid by the week. Do you consider saving that $2.5 million, maybe even giving it toward a backup tackle, a Brandon Shell, a Darrell Williams, one of those guys, and just keep Streveler? Or are you going to keep Mike White, absorb the salary, and try to squeak Streveler onto the practice squad? If it's your team, what are you doing?
I think if it's my team, I think I'm looking at Streveler. I'm looking at Streveler
release
him? My team. It's a little bit of risk game one if Zach doesn't play, because if Flacco did go down and we had Streveler come in, he better deliver. So there is a little bit of risk there, but Zach is going to be back pretty soon anyway. I would say I might hope that White makes it through waivers and put him on the practice squad and make sure that we have Streveler protected.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's an opportunity. I think I lean toward the same way, as heroic as Mike White was last year for us. And what a great impact Mike White's games had on Zach Wilson, right? Teaching him that you can take the underneath and have an effective game plan. Like if they're going to take away your top end, just use what they give you and you can win that way. If that's what they want to do, make them stop it. And then they open up the rest of the defense. What that did for Zach Wilson was change his entire season. So, you don't want to remove the positive impact that Mike White had on this team. That said, what have you done for me lately, man? And that's the way it is. You cost $2.4 million. Streveler costs $150. It's like $50 for Streveler. And if you can take that $2.5 million and allocate it to an area that you might not be strong in, I say do it. And then you try to squeak Mike White on the practice squad if he can. He might not want to. I don't know. I think it's interesting. Now, what about Bam Knight? Let's talk about these running backs. What do you think? I see people saying you got to keep Bam. I mean, he adds the special teams thing too, so that increases his value. You can't remove that either, man. What do you think realistically? What do you see them doing? You think that they would consider cutting Coleman or Ty Johnson? Like, what do you think?
Well, I easily see Ty Johnson getting cut, but it's hard to cut Coleman because Coleman's playing really well. Like Coleman Coleman look good. So I don't know. I maybe they hold on to 4 if they don't keep a fullback. Like I just don't know how they're going to make the room, but it's hard to imagine letting Bam go because Bam looks really good. And long term, what's Tavon going to give us? I know he looks better now, but what about for the next 5 years? So in that, with that in mind, sometimes you have to balance the future, and the present. And is Coleman better? Is there enough of a gap between him and Bam Knight right now to justify risking giving up Bam Knight forever? When Tevin Coleman is, how many years can he possibly have left?
That's what I say. It's really tough. These are not easy decisions. And when you look at this as an example. Like Tevin Coleman, you love him, you trust him. He's the vet in the room, all that stuff. But you can lose a talent for the next 5-6 years over 1 year of Tevin Coleman. Do you have the balls to make that decision? And that's really what it boils down to. I'm really curious. Now, Mo Dean is saying Mike White had the highest quarterback rating in the game, second most passing yards, and tied for the most touchdowns. In the game? Well, he played for 3 quarters, of course.
Yeah, the most snaps.
You know why he's putting that stat out there, right? Because people are happy about Strevler, so he's got to try to take that. That's what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
I got
look,
you pegged, Mo.
Look, I'm happy that Mike White played well today, because the reality is the team. Because you asked me what I would do.
Yeah.
If you ask me what I think the team's going to do, it's going to be Mike White.
That's what you think?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know because Strevler, I mean, realistically, he's probably one that you could get back to the practice squad. So you look at it like, if I can keep both, then I keep both. You know what I mean? If you can do that, which one's more likely to go to the practice squad? But Mike White, I don't know how much people are in love with Mike White either. I mean, he's a journeyman. He's just, he had that one game. That's it. V-Man checking in. What's up, buddy? He says, missed the game. What's your takeaway? My takeaway is the Jets are 3-0, and we're going to stomp a mud hole through the NFL this year. It's clear to me. It's clear, V-Man. I don't know who could even debate it other than Mo Dean. The Jets look poised for a 12-5 season. You heard it here first. Did you hear that? That was good. Now, honestly, I think the Jets first team offense, it was nice to see, V-Man, because they haven't played together yet in a game situation, right? All the guy, the Elijah Moores, the Flaccos, the Michael Carters, the Breece Halls, like to actually play together, and they were able to move the ball. Now, there was a key fumble by Michael Carter when we were driving. That obviously took away the potential for points. We were in field goal range. And then you had the pick 6 from Flacco. So, that evened the game up a little bit. So there was some stupid stuff, and we had our issues running the ball. We really did. We had some issues today. But overall, it was nice to see their ability to move the ball. I think they looked better than they did bad. They looked pretty good. And going into, the game week 1, it's nice to be able to see these guys playing together. The other thing is the defense. We got to see Carl Lawson. He looked pretty good too, by the way. He was making some pressures. Lawson, Quinnen, and Michael Clemens was, again, the hero. I mean, he's something. Michael Clemens is really something, guys. So I think it was a pretty good game today for the front end, which we haven't really seen so much yet. It was always like the seconds, thirds, and fourth stringers that kind of came back and made us look like we had a game here. This game was different, and I think that was very positive. You have a different takeaway, Jeremy?
No, I'm really happy with the way the defense played in the first quarter and a half. Really happy with the ones and the twos overall. We didn't see the defense soften up until we had our 3s and 4s and lots of guys that won't even be on the team. I like that they're playing Clemens so much because it shows that they really are going to use him in both, on the inside or the outside. He's going to be a guy that you could line up anywhere. I think that's going to mean we're going to see him this season get some playing time, which I'm excited about. He's an absolute beast. And I'm excited about Garrett Wilson. Wilson looks like the real deal.
I agree. I think Elijah Moore hasn't really done much this preseason. But I think when you get those guys on the field together in a game 1, like an actual NFL game situation, I think the likes of Elijah Moore alongside of Garrett Wilson, and then obviously Corey Davis or even Berrios, I think that we have enough talent that we're going to concern teams. It's not Chris Hogan and Vincent Smith running around out there. These are legit receivers. And I think when you add that to the running game, the Breece Halls, Michael Carters, if our line can just gel a little bit faster than usual, because remember, we got all sorts of shaking and baking, man. Even the guys that are coming back are playing different positions other than Connor McGovern. They have to really pull together in the next 2 weeks and really gel, because if they can, I think we have the potential to be a very effective offense. That's what I see.
Mm-hmm.
Now, who knows? The Ravens are the Ravens, man. The Ravens are for real, you know?
Yep.
Let's see what else we got here. White has height, so definitely will get plucked from the practice squad. Yeah, Sean. Well, how tall is Hey, Mark Rothbart, get out of here. What are you doing, buddy? What's up, Mark? It's good to see you, man. Truly. You psyched or what, Mark? You think we're going to do anything, or do we still suck? Mark is an old friend of mine, man. Old friend. We were in a band together and everything. Oh, yeah, Jeremy. Me and Mark. It's good to see. I almost skimmed by it. Rothbart stuck out. I was like, whoop. Look at that. Mark Rothbart. I'm happy. That's so great. Let's see what else we got here. I don't know, Mike White, but what do you think about like the safeties and like you think Wild Goose, Will Parks, Ashton Davis? Ashton Davis looks like shit to me. He's rooting hard.
Davis had a bad camp.
He did not look good.
Bad camp.
Yeah. So Mark, you're rooting hard. I know, man. We're rooting hard too. It's tough. It's tough because this team, heartbreakers, man. This team is good at one thing, and that's breaking our damn hearts. That's it. No better fans in the world. No more loyal fans in the world, but holy shit. So I'm hoping they can give us something, man. You should come to the Cyclone with us, Mark. September 10th, the day before the opening day, we're going to go ride the Cyclone and do the Chet chant from up there. We're going to go do it. The Chet chant? The Chet chant. Wait. C-H-E-T. Chet. You got to love Chet. Yeah, you think this is what I was thinking too. Eni or Eni, New York. I'm going to call you Eni. We're claiming a safety. I think so too. I think there's a better safety out there than we have on the roster. Ashton Davis has been a big disappointment. And the truth is, I hated the pick from the second it happened. I hated it. Not as much as I hated James Morgan, though. I was like, what? What is happening to this amazing draft? Kyle Orangeby with the super chat, Jeremy says, late to the party, had a luau last night and got really stoned. Who shined the brightest today? Jeremy, if you had to pick one guy, who is the brightest star?
Ooh, that's tricky. I'm gonna say Michael Clemens.
Michael Clemens over Mimsy?
Well, I mean,
hey, you can put him on. He's your defensive shiner.
He's my defensive shiner. I just what he did to Taylor, like the way he hit him, the pursuit all game, every play.
Right. Huh? That's fan. You're so right, dude. His pursuit is so legit. He's going 100% all the time. And that's what you need. I'm so tired of these guys. Like, the play's gone. Like, no, keep going. You never know what happens. They have to cut it back, and you're there. If you're digging and you're going, you can make the play. It's time. Yeah, Kyle Orange. I would say Denzel Mims, and that'll bleed into, look who's here, Matt O'Leary, NY. What's up, Matty? It's good to see you here. What a funny interview he had. Did you see it on Instagram? He's interviewing a guy as if he was a Jets fan. He says, how many wins the Jets going to get? He says 4. And he goes, ooh, what do you think of this? And then it turns out he's a freaking Giants fan. He's like, I don't even care. I'm a Giants fan. That was hilarious to me. That actually made me laugh. But yeah, Matt, look, Denzel Mims. It's heartbreaking. Think about this, Matt. This is what it took for the Jets staff, whatever their friggin' problem is. This is what it took for Denzel Mims to actually get legitimate playing time. It's crazy. And I think he showed what he can do. Oh, man. He says he has 3 more of those videos in the. I know, dude. I bet you do. They're great. Some of the regular interviews were good too, but that one was hilarious. It was so funny. Let me see if I can find it real fast. Hold on. I want to show you guys. Let me see. And then we got to get out of here, Jeremy. I'll do a little bit of Matt O'Leary action. Matt O'Leary, here he is. There it is. Okay, hold on. Let me show you guys this. I'm going to show you the Matt O'Leary interview. This is brilliant. It's so, Jeremy, did you see this one yet?
Yeah, I've seen his interviewing.
Hold on, I got to.
Short son.
Right. Hold on. Let me redo it. Hold on.
Okay. How many wins this year for the Jets?
4.
Ooh, okay. What's your Jets hot take for this year?
Flacco's going to start all year.
So how many touchdowns does Zach Wilson throw? 0?
No, I'll throw like 4 coming at the end of the game. Make him play big.
Okay. And the last one is, what would you give up to see a Jets Super Bowl?
I'm a Giant fan. I couldn't care less.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good, Matt. I did not see it coming. I'm like, wow, this guy's a negative Nancy. He's a freaking Giants fan.
Matt O'Leary's shorts would come down to my ankles.
Maybe. You're taller than you think, though.
Yeah.
So I got to say, the whole Denzel Mims thing, it's, I know, it was so good, Matt. It was really, it was epic. The Denzel Mims thing is heartbreaking because, like, here we have a guy who clearly has talent. This staff came here, and then you add the food poisoning and whatever else happened, but they didn't like him. It's just that simple. And he's known to have kind of, he's an introvert. He's just kind of mellow. So they interpreted that, in my opinion, as somebody who's disengaged, but he's not disengaged. He's just not an extrovert. So you got Keelan Cole over here, blah, 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 you know, all the stuff he's doing. And then you got Denzel Mims just sitting there all quiet. And they took that as somebody who doesn't care. And it's not the truth. So it's sad. I hope that he can actually, I hope that he stays. That's what I hope. That's what I hope. Or that we get 3 firsts for him, like Phil said.
Even Ryan couldn't stay away from like celebrating Mims.
Mims, I know, right, Ryan? I know. I was gonna bother you guys today and see if you wanted to come on at halftime, but I figured I'd wait till the season before I start bothering you. So it's nice to see you guys here. Look at this, guys. Everybody's here. This is fantastic. So Nick says he disagrees. Mims couldn't work his way. Well, how do you know that he couldn't work his way into the lineup? You know what I mean? Like, they clearly didn't like him, making him learn 3 positions. This the whole thing. It made no sense. It made no sense from the word go. It never made sense. It didn't sit well with us. He's a healthy scratch for no reason with guys like Jeff Smith and DJ Montgomery starting over him. They put him in for 5 plays. He gets a penalty. They pull him out. It's just doesn't make sense. This was the first game that this staff put him in there for a large chunk of the game. And look what happened.
Yeah.
Just saying now a lot of that was against third stringers, but it doesn't matter.
The point is, when he gets the chance, look what he does. And there were plays where they were all over him. The throws weren't the best, but he is able to get up and get it. He can catch a contested ball. That's, you need that on a team.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I just think that, like, look, if you're going to get a second for him, maybe, okay, maybe you value that. Or if you're going to get a Tevin Jenkins for him, something in that realm. Okay, maybe you make that decision, but you're going to take a 5th? Why? Why do that? He's under contract for 2 years. Cheap. Just keep him. I understand you want more. I get it. Let's wait and see how it goes. All right. So we're going to wrap this one up. I'm exhausted. I want you to know that. I feel spent. I feel so spent. And I still got to film Jets pod and everything else. I don't know how I'm going to do it. But yeah, this was awesome, guys. I'm really happy that the Jets looked the way they did today. We had a fun game. All right. And at the bottom end of this, it's really all we're looking for, Jeremy. Just want a little fun, right?
Gotta have fun.
Got Mo Dean in here. You laugh a little bit. He goes, "That's not funny." You go, "That's good." He goes, "No, it's not." "I'm having a good time." "No, you're not. You're miserable." So I think we weathered a lot of that stuff. Ryan's here. Matt's here. This is great. Oh, Matt's still even getting paid for this. Good. Good for you, Matt. Yeah. I like that. That's the best.
Being paid to hang out with us.
Yeah. I love it. That's the best. You can't beat that. But yeah, but we got to see a good Jets team working through some stuff. And hopefully we're ready for week 1 when we are all going to be there cheering this damn team on. We need a victory. I'm ready. I'm ready to switch gears and just start believing in the win. That's what I'm saying. We're going to believe in the win. But don't forget, guys, Jet Nation, the most robust fan forum in the entire NFL, not just New York Jets, in the entire NFL, 1 million hits a month. Guys, if you're looking for Jets talk, Jets news, Jets anything, that is the place to go, jetnation.com. If you have not liked and subscribed to the channel, please do. You can subscribe to Jet Nation on YouTube, Jets Chaos on YouTube, which is Jeremy's channel, and Greenbeanjetsfan. Please don't forget to do that and hit the like button. Imagine that. Just boop, you hit it once and it's over. And it helps so much with the YouTube algorithm. And we really do thank you guys. Don't you know, while we're at it, go and support Matt O'Leary, of course, and Jets Talk 24/7. Two of the best, if not the best, in the entire sphere that we exist in. But guys, I really am grateful. Jeremy, you got anything coming up you want to let anybody know real fast before we go?
I'm just going to jump over to Buffalo Jet Fan right now, do a little post game. I might be on tonight. I might not. I got to do something with my wife. But, just look for me this week. I'm all over the place. Jets Chaos, though.
Jets Chaos on YouTube. Guys, thank you for being here. Have a great rest of the day. I'm sure we'll talk to you in what'll feel like a few minutes. Go check out Buffalo Jets Fan with Jeremy on there for a little post-game action, and we will see you next time. Thanks for being here, everybody.